What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully not too bad. Let's see. Let's get this party started. I'm gonna go ahead and get the music going. As per usual, let me know if you guys are seeing me okay while I go ahead and add our browser back where it needs to be, and our Winamp, of course, because we must. So let's see. We don't want this screen. We want this screen. Would have been better if it was automatic, but hey. So let me know while I do this real quick, and I will get this party started. Here we go. Bam. All right, camera on. Everything's working. Okay, pinned comments at the top. Shop at 3D Print OS. Music's playing. All right. Couple things. So we start another project. I know there's a lot on the channel, but I did a poll, and you guys spoke. This is what you want to see. I didn't want to start the ANET before starting this with as much as I want to do the ANET. Nero just did an ANET build, and he's using it in his videos and stuff, and it's awesome. It's really nice to see that it actually works as well as it does. But so I do want to get to it. I want to make some content on that machine. But I love Vorons. I love building them. Building machines and checking out machines is what I like, and this fits right along with your interests and my interests. So today we're going to check out the Formbot kit for the Micron Plus. Slightly different than the original Micron. This one's 180 by 180 by 180. So should be really, really cool. Lots of double words there. A couple things from our last live stream that we did. If you guys tuned in, I spent a bunch of time playing on the Game Boy that we built, and I ordered some more parts for it. So I got to the bottom of the battery. As you can see, I'm not using the battery at the moment. It's still off to the camera. So I messaged them about it, asking about the battery and the voltage. They actually said the voltage is fine. They said that the problem is actually the power module inside here. So there's a PCB that controls the power, and it's just not meant to handle the battery pack plus these things because the stock one just can't handle it. So there's a new board that's on the way. I'll check that out, along with a new casing for the flash card. So I'm just going to take this thing all the way as far as it goes. I'm really enjoying it. As you can see, I actually ended up tweaking the colors on the screen. Remember, if you guys, for those that tuned in, I had trouble with this wheel. It was actually touching. I thought I was going to have to shave down the plastic, but turns out there is a little kind of like piece of foam that pushes it just a little too far. So I just cut the foam and now it's perfect. I can push it. I can go through all the colors. I went through the little menu and made my own colors. So we have blue, orange, white, and black. So this is now, instead of a 2-color display, a 4-color display. So it adds a little bit of dimension for every game that you play. It's actually kind of nice. But yeah, I've just been putting in a bunch of time, and I just love how this thing feels. So if you guys are into this kind of retro stuff, I built this from scratch, kind of trying to build like the ultimate Game Boy. So check out that live stream on the channel, even if you just go through a few minutes of it, because it is kind of long trying to figure some things out. But anyway, now that that's out of the way, 2 more things. It's not done. It's not done. I'll say hi to everybody in a second. The first thing is, as always, there is a pinned comment. So while I'm over here talking, there's a pinned comment right there at the end of the stream. I don't know if it's going to be all the way at 12, by the way, at 12 a.m. But at the end of the stream, I'm going to give away a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. All you have to do is enter right there. You have to be in the United States. Okay, you have to be present at the chat. And you have to actually answer the question. It's the only thing you have to do is answer the question. So please do that. Oh, it looks like my music's not playing. So let me turn that on real quick. There we go. There we go. Now we got music. Yep. So pinned comment, last stream. Oh, and of course, we got shop at 3D Print SOS. You can grab a bunch of cool shirts that I've been designing. I have a bunch more. Haven't gotten to it. I really want to, but I will. We got some hoodies on there. We got some pretty cool swag. These build mats, which I use for my keyboard and a bunch of other stuff on my desk, are really great. There's a bunch of different colors here, and also these absolutely fantastic mugs. This is the Hotend mug and the 3D print mug. So go ahead and check that out. You can be this cool. That's at shop at 3dprintsos.com. Obviously, I got the prices as low as I could possibly put them without them being free. So, yeah, all that. Come in here. Let's see how many of you guys are in here. Look at that. 80 of you are already on it. Nice. Fantastic. All right, let me go through and say hi. Jeff, I see green already. You're not even here. I thought you were bowling, man. Thank you, dude. Thank you very much. All the way from the bowling alley. Crazy. Thank you, Jeff. That means a lot, man. I appreciate that. Obviously, Jeff, hello. Very kind. Chad's been in here talking about this horse milk stuff the entire time. Blind Girl Wolf, hey, I haven't seen you here in a little bit. What's up? What's up? Ghost in the system. Zach's trying to be a ghost too. See ya, waiting on that V3. Nice. It's a fun machine. I have it right down here. I got to do a little more with it, but I have other machines to get to first. But yeah, that's a cool one. Micron for the win. Tiger, yeah, Micron should be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. John, thanks for sending me that one link. That's crazy. He sent me a link in Discord. That was you, right? Oh, no, that wasn't. Sorry, that was Corrupted Redemption. Sent me a link that all the Anycubic machines that are online got hacked recently in a crazy way because there's zero security in the cloud. It's nuts. Jack Black, how you doing, buddy? Iceman, Solo, Zach Saltor. That's a cool name. Gonna listen while I shifts. Gonna listen while I take, I guess, shifts. Nope, I can shifts about to start. Oh, his shifts about to start at Amazon. So he's gonna listen. I see the Voron in your avatar there. Is that 2.4? Yeah, it looks like a 2.4. Nice, man. Looks good. Music went away. Yeah, I pressed the wrong button. Well, I didn't press the wrong button. OBS does some funky stuff. I still haven't fully grasped when and why some things like that happen, but it is what it is. That Voron kit is 1,000 NZD on Alley. Ooh. Yeah, I mean the pricing is gonna be all over. Unfortunately, I know other manufacturers offer them as well, but obviously we're doing Formbot. Thank you. I do problem shipments and priorities. Oh, nice. Problem shipments is interesting. You mean like when they come back, or shipments that are currently a problem? It's kind of interesting. I always wonder what the inside of Amazon is like, other than, you know, what the normies think and see. You know, it's probably nothing like what we expect. I used to read about some stories when Amazon was first booming, about people just being treated like robots, essentially. But I know a few people that work at Amazon, and they seem to like it. Hey, Papa's here. JP, what's up? What's up? Jay at Tech World, how you doing? Finally was able. Mini Logic. Got a little tongue twister in your name. What's up, man? Anthony, late again? Nah, we just started. Keith, love my Flash Forge 5M. Nice. My first ever printer. Perfect first printer. I love it so much. I ended up buying the 5M Pro Model 2. Nice. Nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's a cool printer. The Micron Plus is such a cool build. Yes, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. So late in my time zone. Yeah, time zones are funky. It's late here too, but you know, it is what it is. I can't do it any other time, unfortunately, at the moment. Starting with the V0, then I'll jump to 300. Starting with the V0. Bold move. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Alright, I'm almost done catching up to the chat here. Chad, you're wild, man. You're like on the brink of people reporting you. You might have to slow it down a tad, dude. You know, it's funny, but you know what I mean? That's funny. I'm excited how the kit put together. Yeah, me too. Both of the Vorons that I have now started with FISEC kits, and then I pretty much had them stock for a tiny bit of time and then instantly modded them. Because you kind of, you know, you instantly see what the shortcomings are with the first gen or base model Vorons, and you kind of add on things that you want to make them a little better. But my Trident's the prime example of that. Speaking of Vorons, the Trident gantry is on its way to the Reborn. Nice. Cool. That's fun. Did the Anycubic machines all print dongs? I hope so, honestly. One of the mechanical engineer senior design projects at my university is essentially building a Voron. Nice. That's cool. One of the teams. Nice. That's even better. 2x4. Nervous about pulling the trigger on the kit. If you're nervous about the build itself, you can always do a Trident. They're a little bit simpler because you don't have a bunch of motors controlling, you know, essentially a flying gantry with 4 individual belt systems. They're a little bit simpler in that sense. Ordering a Trident kit. Got a large parts order. Nice. That's cool. Hey, Pathfinder. What's going on? Turge. Have Voron except the Trident. Micron Plus, my favorite printer. I have every Voron except for the Trident and Micron. Nice. So I'm the opposite of you. Well, I do have a V0. V0 is probably one of my favorite machines, if not the favorite. I guess the Trident is truly my favorite because you can like print slightly larger. But man, the V0 is no slouch. I love it. Can't wait to do more printing new to the 3D print world. Oh, you've been bit by the bug, huh? Yes, Papa knows what's up. 43 watching. Please thumbs up the live stream. Helps further a ton with YouTube. It really does. It really does. Yo, Zach, what's going on? Iceman. Cobble Nugget. That's good. Yeah, this is the baby 2.4. Yes. Zach. Got 2 Zachs. Alright, so I already have majority of the prints done. I ran out of some of this filament, and 3D Max was gracious enough to send me more of it. The carbon fiber ASA is absolutely beautiful. I'll show it off when we get to it. I'm going to set this aside for now, but I will talk about some of the prints. I might even start another one because there's still a bunch of things that well, not a bunch, but a few things I still have to print. And they depend on the Hotend that was sent to me, and they also depend on the chains that were sent to me, because those could be 2-hole chains or 3-hole chains, and then obviously there's 3 different types of Hotends. I'm not sure which kit they sent. I'm assuming they just sent the regular V6 Hotend, but they could have also sent the Dragon, so we will find out. Lauren, man, that's not going away, huh? It identifies as a Voron, prints like a Voron, but the owner says it's just the baby. My owner, nice. Have you looked at the Formbot Tradoon at all? Yes, of course I have. Yes, I looked at all of those. I will eventually probably do one. I want to do this kit first because kits are just fun. You know, one of the most fun things that I do in 3D printing, aside from being able to create whatever wonderful ideas you might have, is to build these machines. They're just an absolute blast to do, and I've been having so much fun. So if I'm able to do any kind of Voron build, I'm jumping on it, and it looks like you guys are into it as well. I use a lot of ASA carbon fiber and I love it. It seems to print a little better on the hotter side. Yes, that's true. It's just so beautiful and it prints so easy. Chad. A live chat's a fragile ecosystem will certainly occasionally devolve into conversations. Yeah, that's very clear. There's been a lot of those comments. All right, so let's just get into the unboxing. I'm eager to see what's in here, how it's organized. I've seen some videos on these Formbot kits, but I've never done any Formbot related stuff. Like I mentioned before, only 5-sec kits here. So it'll be really interesting to compare not only the packaging, how they come, but also, most importantly, their documentation. Because so far, in both the 5-sec streams that I've done building the Trident and the V0, the comments have been that the documentation is really good. And I still ran into issues here and there because it's a complex build. They're hard. So it should be interesting. Actually, I just realized, we didn't do? We didn't do the usual, let's look at the marketing. Is it lactose free? More printers in my future? Yeah, you might as well just get used to that feeling of almost death via significant other. I'm very used to it. So this machine, let's talk about that real quick. Like, what is this machine, right? I almost jumped too soon into this. So this machine is essentially a Voron 2.4. It's a Voron 2.4, but it uses the smaller extrusions and the smaller sizes from the V0. So I have the Trident, which is a bed-moving Core XY machine. And then I have the smaller baby V0, which is a bed-moving Core XY machine. So I have both of those. Sorry, the camera stopped moving. But I don't have any of the flying gantry machines. And I like the idea of them, even though they are more complex. I like the idea of having the weight of the bed all the way at the bottom, where most of the time all the weight of the machine is just lower, whereas here all of the weight is up high. Well, not all of it, obviously the electronics are down there, but there's still a lot of weight kind of up high in the machine. And majority of the machines that are coming out, all the Core XY machines that are coming out, except for this one, all kind of just followed in that lead. Well, not except for this one. This one especially is what I meant to say. They kind of all followed in that lead. Hey, this is simpler. We need to mass produce this. Let's make a Core XY machine, but the beds will move because it's just simpler and easier to do. Now, there is, I think the Marathon by Frozen is going to be probably the first production machine to follow Voron's 2.4 I guess, structure, where the bed's on the bottom, the gantry moves, except instead of the belts, what they did was they are using 4 lead screws, which belts are probably better than lead screws, but if it's going to be like a pre-built machine for mass production, I can see why they went in that direction. So, they've never responded to me, unfortunately. I would love to check that machine out. But yeah, so this is essentially the idea of taking a Voron 2.4, which is just like the bigger machines, and shrinking it all down using the V0's extrusions and bolt sizes and just design language. So it's a smaller machine. And this one in particular is the Micron Plus, which is 180 millimeters. So a little bit bigger. The V0, for example, is 120, 120, 120. This one's a little bit larger, 180, 180. I think 180. I think it's a cube. And what that does is just gives you a little bit more space, gives you a little bit more room. It makes it a little bit more of a workhorse, not that V0 can't, but there's just some parts that you literally can't print on the V0. So this one's going to be a little bit closer to the traditional size printer, but still be super, super fun and have that micro size. So that's what I'm really looking forward to. Just got my X3 Plus, excuse me, for a review. Oh, okay, the Words. Artillery. Nice. Cool. Yeah, that should be a good machine. Zach, V2 is pretty much done. I need some filament that Creality is hopefully shipping to me ASAP. And that's really what I've been waiting for. There's 2 pieces that I need to print. And they are where the neck attaches to the shirt. When they cut the file for me, they didn't put the indent for the neck to fit in. So when the filament comes and I'm ready, I have to just cut that out of those 2 pieces and reprint them. So also, speaking of that, just because you've asked, 3D Gloop is now going to be a part of the project. They've sent me 2 of these to use as the adhesive for the project. So very close. And going to be using some premium glue. I'm really excited for it. So that should be fun. That's how the project's coming along. Hope they upgrade the Scrappy Z motors to the moons, like I told them. For which machine? The Micron? No, this particular Micron does not use the moons motors, but we'll see. Well, I don't know if the kit does, but from what I understand, I think the moons was only the top, the extruder motor, but we'll find out in a second. Pre-ordered the Frozen. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, it seems like it's a great idea. 300 by 300. Looks good. Formbot Tradoon's a 2.4 clone. They have a Mini 250. Yeah, Tradoon's, the Tradoon machines look great. The reviews of them are good. Hopefully it's a good printer. Yep. Wear gloves with that stuff. What stuff? Oh, with the 3D Gloop? Oh, yeah? Is it super strong? Well, obviously it's super strong. I've seen their marketing. All right, so hopefully that gives you kind of a rough idea about what this kit is. 3D Gloop, yeah. But yeah, it looks gorgeous, and you guys will see you'll see the colors that I chose. It's going to be black, carbon fiber ASA with a vintage. What's it called? What's the color called? Like vintage something, vintage tan, something like that. Color. So it looks almost like creamy coffee-ish in a way. Super cool combo. Not quite as loud as this one, but I already have a red and black Voron V0R1, so 0.2R1. So I'm excited for a little bit of a different color. This kit doesn't include any 3D printed parts. Yes, that's right. So if you're going to do this, you're going to have to print all the parts. And it is confusing at first about which parts to do and what to print. You kind of have to jump around and kind of figure it out. And it does take a minute to kind of do. There isn't like a very clear-cut list of the things that you need because you have to pick and choose what you're doing. And I already will have a couple of mods on this machine. One is called Boop, which is going to remove a bunch of sensors, and it's just going to use the head itself to touch the actual build plate as the Z sensor. So that's one thing I'm doing. I don't have any machines with tap, which is the bigger brother. So it should be interesting to try here. To be honest, I'm not really excited about the cleaning of the nozzle. I don't like the nozzle cleaning part of it. That's why I stuck with the Omron sensor on the Trident. But we'll see how it works. A little automation ain't gonna hurt, you know. Nozzle temp 300, 180, 180, 180. You know, this is all the basic stuff. The power, it has a 200 watt power supply on the bottom. Okay. It is gonna run an EBB 36 for CAN bus, which is great. So unlike some of the larger base Vorons, before you do any mods to them, this is just going to run one wire, which is going to be great. It does say Moon's Motors here, so we'll see. It's no joke. Chad, Jesus, man. Woo. All right, pre-crimped harnesses. Looking forward to that. Backlight is going to be super cool. I can never say it right. Backlight. I think it's backlight. Bakelite? It's not Bakelite. It's like Bakelite? I don't remember, but it's what a bunch of parts are made of on AKs. Bake isn't bake. Bakelite. Yeah, Bakelite. That's right. Yeah, there you go. I'm familiar. Bakelite. Yeah, thanks guys. Stainless steel fasteners. Stainless steel, really? Okay. 3.5-inch SPI touchscreen. You know, that's nice. I actually don't really use both on both my Vorons. I don't use the screens at all. I just go headless. I do have the screens on them because it's just nice to be able to see it at a glance. But I do really like the, you know, on my Trident, the little what's called display. Memory and words. The Nomi V2 has been fun. So having a larger screen on the bottom for the, you know, to see at a glance is going to be good. Bakelite. Has anyone seen any tricolor filament? Yeah, there's a bunch of this stuff. It's nice to print all sorts of fun, like those fun 3D prints you're going to do, like I don't know, the dragons and stuff like that. The tricolor is super fun for that. Also looking forward to this, the Manta M8P with the CB1 on top. It's just simpler because everything's on one board. It looks like a total beast. Can't wait to use it. I have a few similar boards to this, but I've never had this specific one. I think this is the V2. I do have a V1 of this somewhere. The BTT screen is plagued with phantom touch issues. Uh-oh. Hey, Hyper, by the way. What's up? Well, that's a bummer. I guess we'll see what it's like. But yeah. If it's ever going to be an issue, I'll just print a new front piece and take that puppy off. Speaking of Bakelite, I wonder if we were able to bake. Jeez. Come on, Rocket. I can't even read that. That's crazy. I was about to click to feature the message too. Yeah, this is also interesting. So typically these things are printed. So this is very nice. Looks like a nice set. Premium silicone heating pad. Okay, yeah, good stuff. Nice double-sided bed with their logo on it. That's also cool. Well, not their logo, the Micron logo. Genuine Gates belts. Yep, those stretching. Yep, these linear rails, they're their own. These are their own branded Vividino. That's their own brand. A recipe for food poisoning. Nice. I shouldn't laugh at these jokes. Nice bed. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Chad. Brother. Come on, man. You're gonna put me in a strange spot where I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to cut you off, man. I have two of them, SPI screens. All three suffer. Some worse than others. Some are calibration steps you can do that might help. Nice. Well, that's a total bummer to hear. I don't have. Do I have any? I guess the only one that's like that I have is on the Flying Bear Reborn. And that screen does have some issues. But I wouldn't necessarily call that a high-end screen, you know? I think this chat's what happens when word gets out that it's actually an OnlyFans channel. Oh my god. Oh my. Food poisoning for Safeway chicken salad. You know, I have a Safeway here. I not too long ago, I got wings from there just passing through. And they were like they have like a cook section, like not a buffet, but you know what I mean, like a to-go food. They were some of the best wings I ever had. They were so good. I was so surprised. There's some fixes out there for SPI Ghost touch thing. Nice, good to know. Ah, okay. Did you have good chicken? That's right. See, I wasn't crazy. So this is the V6. This is what I'm assuming is in this package, but I don't know for sure, so I have to know so that I print the correct mounting. Okay, and this is really nice as well. We can always go through this list and double check what's in there. And this guy right here, I don't know his name. It says Rob, but he has a YouTube channel. Oh, right here, right here. Right here. Robrob's Workshop. He has a whole video on this, reviewing the entire kit. Gorgeous. A bunch of mods to it as well. Yeah, gorgeous. Look at the colors. Too much for me, but very nice. And I do like the Dragon Burner, although I'm just going to stick with the mini Stealth Burner for now. Agreed about the SPI screens. Just upgrade the CB1 to the CM4 and install the DSI screen. Oh, nice. Okay, so it seems like that's going to be a thing. A lot of reports, SPI touchscreens on multiple different platforms. Oh man, okay. So that's very clear that there's an issue there. Yeah, the color's a killer, yeah. I saw his video, it was very cool. Yeah, I did too. Yeah, quite the build. Quite the build. Cool dude too, like really entertaining to watch. Yep, yeah, yep, I think so. Right? That's why this photo's dark lit, yeah, with UV. Yeah, it's cool. Nice, Gryfang. All right, so that's the marketing. So let's get into the unboxing, right? I love my Big Tree Tech products. Me too. I'm a big fan of theirs. I think they keep pushing the products. Like they just keep pushing the whole industry with products, and I think they're doing a phenomenal job. They made stuff no one even expects, which is also nice. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's in here. Let's see, I'll move this to the edge. I'll try to put out some stuff here. I think this thing might still be zoomed in from last stream. Let me check. Tiny. No, it is not zoomed in. Ah, wrong one. Meat. Yeah, we need. Oh, it is. There we go. There we go. Let's go like that. As we lay things out and plan out this build. All right, so first up, we have some acrylic cut here. So these are the clear ones. Okay. They're protected on both sides, looks like. Here's 4 of them. This is going to be the top. So this is going to give us a good size, you know, footprint size. Size of the footprint. And actually, let me see if I can get this machine over here real quick. Come on out of here. So this is my V0. I'm going to put it in the furthest corner all the way. So this is about, you know, what, 3 fingers? So 3 fingers on each side larger than the V0. So actually pretty good. And you're getting quite a bit more bed. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I like that. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up having it next to this machine. And if not, I'm going to start removing machines from here and having my machines on here, if that makes sense. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I don't have enough to kind of fill that space. And I do like seeing those machines back there, even though they're a company. So we'll see how that works. I was watching the Next Layers podcast today with Alan from Mandic Really, and they had a little discussion about printers in the background and how, like, 3D Printing Nerd, for example, doesn't have anything in his background at all, 3D, like, printer-wise. And that's because, you know, they're getting a ton of views and they're marketing, right? But the companies that, you know, you see all the time, like you see this Chitty Tech, you know it's a Chitty Tech, you see those Creality machines, they're not paying for, you know, to be there. Not that I'm like that, like I don't just go out and like try to get every penny type of thing. I'm just casually enjoying myself. By the way, more panels. These are black. They're going to be the top and bottom. This one's going to be on the inside probably. Or this is the back, rather, back panel, like that type of thing. We'll see some of the stuff later. Yeah, here's the back, top. So yeah, I think that's actually a really valid point. I do think that's a valid point, just in fairness. Like, I could be here, you know, not that I take any form of payment at all from anybody to do any kind of reviews or overviews or check anything out. But if I'm over here doing, let's just say, a Creality machine, but in the background I always have Chitty, or vice versa. If I'm doing a Chitty machine and in the background's Creality, I don't know. That could be seen as like some weird little thing, you know? I don't know. First filaments, yes. Touch problems are much less on the I2C screens. Speaking of footprint, what's the build volume? Build volume is 180, 180, 180. So it's right there in between a regular machine, like this regular, and a micro. Like a micro, like a V0. I so need a 350. Ooh. Yeah, 300 is perfect in my opinion. 350 would be right up there. I think that would be like a it can do anything type of machine. They can't all be like shills. Listen, the only thing that I truly shill is this. Shop at 3D Print SOS, okay? Get yourself some cool merch. I will shill this all day because I honestly think it's cool. Instead of giving YouTube money or some other company money where they take 30%, this is, well, you get a product and you get like a physical thing instead of just the promise of something digital. And I get like $4. So you know what I mean? Like it's super cool to me. So this I'm going to be shilling all day. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. I won't watch 3D Printing Nerd. He's fake and cringe. 3D Printing Nerd's fake? Really? I don't think so at all. He's probably the least fake dude on the whole thing, man. Hey, Martin. Product placement's very much a thing in movies and TV shows. Right. I mean, listen, I'm not anywhere near there whatsoever, and like I said, this is just the thing I do as a hobby and I have a lot of fun doing it. But at the same time, I am marketing machines, right? So that part of their conversation stuck out to me and got the wheels turning. And I do think it's a fair thing to say and think about, because it is essentially a channel where thousands of people go. If I'm making a tutorial for something, the background has another product. I don't know. It's like I don't know how to view it, and it got my wheels turning is what I'm saying. I personally like the aesthetic of your wall of printers. Yeah, me too. I don't want to get rid of the wall. I actually want to have more down here that fit, and it's unfortunate that other machines don't. Like this machine will fit down there. So commercial time. I think Darren Joel's reasoning is valid. Yeah. No, it wasn't Joel on this one. Joel was just. Well, I don't know if Joel shares this, but it was Jonathan and Alan from Amanda Grilly. Hey, Mike. He raised so much money for Seattle Children's. Yeah. Like the fake. I don't think he's fake. You might not like him, but that's different. That dude really really does a lot. He does a lot. And a Subi head, yeah, that's true. And he's kept it for all this time, because it has been a while. I remember when he did a not a tutorial, but like a build of his shift knob, or he redid it. That was a long time, many years ago. Your basement setup is great. I want my office to be a mix of yours and the Next Layer Studio. Thank you. Yeah, I worked hard on this wall thing. I really did like the idea. I still kind of am bummed that I never put a TV there or did one of those fake windows, but I don't think anyone would have cared. And I still, there's still more to do over there, especially when my stunt double is going to be standing back there. That should be fun. All right, let's keep going. A little bit of a tangent, but I thought it was fun. All right, so right on we have the bed heater here. And looks like this is attached, which is nice. You don't have to solder it. I actually skipped it on my other machine. But yeah, this is pre-crimped. Looks nice. Yeah, nothing to worry about here. This is actually a really nice piece of kit here. That'll make things easy. This episode is brought to you by Kentucky. Come on. I can't get away from the horse milk. How are you going to keep things organized during the build? I'm not. I'm going to put everything back in the box. I'm going to build out of the box. John, so I did it two ways. The Trident build I left out on the table, and that was mayhem, because occasionally when I did a video in between, I had to put it away. Not doing that. With the V0, I left everything in their little organizers and everything in the baggies, and I was surprised by just how well it worked for me. Like I just moved the box when I was working on something else. The baggies were labeled, so it was fine as far as the screws go. I don't have anything to complain about having in the box. So I'm hoping that this build has everything neatly in this foam, and I'm just gonna work out of it. So when I need a part, I'll come and find it and I'll grab it from there. So kind of like how they have it is how I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna like break it apart any further. I don't care if you show an ad, I won't see it anyway. I got premium for that reason. The content creator gets paid for the ad anyway. I mean, Tez, I'm not gonna do. I'm probably not gonna do any ads, and if I do, it'll have to be something that like obviously I can't refuse, and everyone would know what it is. But I think one of my goals here is to run the channel. I don't want to say independently. That's not right. Because I do still get paid for this, right? I still monetize the channel. I don't get any payment from these manufacturers, but I want to do it on my own, if that makes sense. And if showcasing machines is the way to do it, I want to showcase the machines for you guys. I don't necessarily just want to be a part of some brand or even some brands. I would love to just be able to be in 3D printing and, you know, kind of like try to push myself instead of other you know, I don't want to line other people's pockets without lining mine, if that makes any sense. And yes, they're obviously getting way more out of this stuff than I am out of the channel. But if I take money from it, it doesn't feel right to me. So I'm gonna do it in the way where I'm just having fun, enjoying the hobby, sharing it with you guys directly because I get a chance to do this and some people don't, and I'm just showing it to you guys, and then we'll see where it goes. I don't really know what, but for now it's a hobby and I'm having a lot of fun. I went back and looked at 3D Printing Nerd's original videos. He's not faking it. He's been doing some stuff for like 7 years. Yes, I agree with this. I met him on two occasions, but extremely briefly, so I never got a chance to actually have like a real conversation with him outside of, you know, the high five stuff. But yeah, I've been following him around for long enough on his platforms. He's a cool dude. Packaging is pretty legit. Yeah, so far the packaging is great. Yeah. You haven't? Yes, I have. What do you mean? I wear it all the time. It's right here. Fetter's 3D printed spaghetti. There we go. Established 2018. Let's go. 16 bucks. Come rep my spaghetti. What you're doing is still independent. Right. Yes, but I don't know. It's just like a weird feeling thing when somebody pays you and you like have to do what they say. I just don't want to do that. I do that for work. Like, not that, but I do web design and marketing, and I already do that. You know what I mean? Like, I already reach out to clients and then do what they say, or even if I guide them along, it's still me doing their thing. This is my thing. You know what I mean? YouTube run, right? Yes, but that's because if I put this on my own website, no one's gonna watch it. Night Train. So I kind of have to. That part we can't change in any way. And unfortunately, there's still nothing else. Yeah, there's like Rumble and whatnot, but they don't get any traction in comparison. So there's no other secondary thing unless you go like TikTok, and I've deleted TikTok. So I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Maker, how you doing? Maker Viking. YouTube put ads. Yes, right. That is the problem. That is the problem. 100%. Sell the channel. Come on. Action Manager. Yep. Yeah, I met him at ERF as well, and then post ERF at Creality Sharefest. It is. It is better. Nice, Lauren. I built my 2.4 out of the box, so they put all the trays and noted everything was, and just rearranged the trays as I needed them. Ziploc bags. Yeah, we'll see how this is inside. But luckily, everything was so labeled well in the FISEC kits. Opinion on Trident reliability for business production parts? Yeah, so you have to build it. You have to build it with longevity in mind. If you go to build a Trident in the way that it's originally built, like the Mark 1, like without any of the mods, you're gonna have trouble with the wiring and stuff, like just being in in cable, cable chains constantly moving and rubbing all over the place. For me, this thing, like, this isn't in a work environment. But when I print with this, at least most of the time at the moment. And it's been super reliable for that sense. And you just have to build it in a way where the parts are quality and they won't go to crap. In my experience, getting rid of all the cable chains, going CAN bus / USB on here was the biggest difference by a landslide. There's no moving cables. It's just one cable. And where all the problems I had with the machine stemmed with the giant wire loom inside of the cable chains. So yeah, I definitely think it could be a business production machine, especially because you built it, so you know what the problematic parts could be. And when you troubleshoot, you're not troubleshooting someone else's product. You're troubleshooting a thing that you built. Like if you go ahead and built a 69 SS Camaro and something breaks down, you're likely going to know what the problem is because you built that thing yourself. Whereas you go and buy a modern Camaro, and now when something breaks, you're dealing with figuring out how Chevy did it, I don't want your life. Okay, to email for thoughts on a build? Yeah, sure. All right, let's keep going on this. We have our little bed here. Looks really nice and smooth. Double-sided, okay, single-sided. Is this smooth or just the backing? Can't tell. It has a logo on the back, so I'm guessing this might actually be PI. But it's very hard to tell. There is a plastic on here. This is PI. Cool. So we got smooth PI on one side and textured on the other. That's great. I'm going to put that back for now, in case I flip it during the build. I probably shouldn't have peeled that at all, actually, until later. But yeah, that's great to know that we got smooth and not. Also, very nice that there is cutouts through the magnets for the bed. That's great. Gotta agree with you there. Just bought a Trident frame from someone. Oh, nice. You said you were gonna get that, right? They join you on Team Trident, self-sourcing this one, so exactly what I want. Nice, cool. Oh, you bought a frame, just a frame. Nice, cool. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man? Good to see you on here. Does it have alignment pegs? I'm not sure what those two things are. I don't think they are alignment pegs. However, let me see. No, I'm not sure what they are, but this bed does have some interesting, this little interesting kick out on the back here. Maybe that's for alignment pegs. I don't know. Let's see what this does. Yeah, it does. Wow, that's heavy. That is heavy. Declaration. This is precision machined cast aluminum plate, so the surface has marks of processing. As we tested, the flatness of this plate is 0.1 millimeters. Cool. Yeah, this is nice. Yes, it does. So it does have alignment pegs. I guess do those align with this? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so that's what it's for. So it'll go right between the two, whoops. It'll go right between the two bolts like that and align itself. Yeah, so you're right. Cool. I love the weight of these things. It's so reassuring. All right, let's set that to the side. It's definitely something I mentioned for the V0 kit. Yes. Yeah, my V0 kit has, well, I have a FISEC kit, not Formbot, but my FISEC kit has alignment screws, bolts on my bed. The Trident does not. Wish all kits had them. Yes, I agree. I'm actually going to put this stuff back in here because it's so neatly cut out and perfect. It'll be easier to deal with later. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of stuff this back there. And this will be one of those layers that I can put towards the bottom, essentially, for later. All right, let's get this out. This is just a parts bin. This is heavy. Definitely just a parts bin. Might make it a little bit more difficult to print out of, or to to work out of, but we'll see. Let me go ahead and grab this one as well. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, while we're here together, I'm going to put these things back in. As in, these are the, how'd this fit in there? I guess it did in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to put these back, and I'm going to put them on the bottom because they will be last. And we can always get them when we need them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow up with the bed just to make it a little bit easier on me later. All right, so here's kind of like the bulk. Let me turn my camera brightness up. It looks like it's a little dark over there. Here we go. That's a little better. Already have a bunch of the other parts for the Trident. Just want to make this one exact. Sort of replacing parts of a kit. Yep. Cool. Nice. This is going to be fun, man. Also just bought someone's V0 off them. I'll be updating. Nice. All sorts of fun stuff, man. Your collection grows, huh? Love it, dude. Hey, filter, what's going on? Can help avoid some burned pinch fingers. Yes. I wish OEM manufacturers put alignment stuff on the back of the bed. Yep. Hey, Mr. Walkman. Never stops growing. That's right. Don't I know it. All right, so let's see what this is. This looks like a spec sheet for the Moon's motors. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a guess that all of the motors are Moons. Yep, it looks like we have some NEMA, what is it, 14s on here? What does this say? Does it actually say? Yeah, MS14, and this should be a 36. Does it actually say the name on it? Profile, it doesn't say. But anyway, a little spec sheet for us. Okay, I'll take it. All right, so we have PTFE tubing. We have some belts, 810 millimeters of belts. Another set of belts. These are two GT belts, 6 millimeters. 810 for this one, 1220 for this one. Since we need belts for the X and Y, or the A and B, but also for the Z axis. So there's a ton of belts. All right, here's what we needed to find. This, because we need to print this piece. Looks like we have a 3-hole situation going on here. So that's good. We will take that out because we will need that. We have a whole little sealed baggie of zip ties. That's nice. All right, here. Oh, let's see what this is. So we have an actual branded SanDisk 32 gig card. That's fantastic. Nice of them to include an actual branded card. Most of the time, every 3D print manufacturer just includes the cheapest humanly possible one. Here's a little belt load, the belt loops. These are for the Z motors. Cool. Let's see. We got all of our hardware, and it's labeled individually in bags, so that's pretty good. Interesting to see the stuff that's exactly the same as the V0 kit. Yeah, I'm sure you are gonna see some overlap. Nice. The hardware looks really good. Actually, it looks crisp. Are these actually stainless steel for real? I'm kind of bummed that they're not black, but that's nice. That's really nice. All right, so they are all labeled, so I'm going to do it the same way I did with the V0 kit. Brian, for example, I know printed like an organizer, and I know a lot of people that build these have done that. I'm just going to keep them in these bags just because of the limited amount of space I have while also doing other builds. Like, I'm also going to have to build the plane. I'm also going to have to review some machines. I'm also testing machines actively. So yeah, all the hardware is here in these little baggies with labels. We even have some self-tappers in here, right there. So very nice. I'm not going to take out every single thing, but that's fantastic. And we have the little short threaded inserts. They look good as well. There we go. Look at that. Full baggy. Yeah, pretty good. I obviously don't know if anything's missing, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. So far, so good. Hey, Wilmar, building another, yes, for sure. Just because they're branded doesn't mean they're real. That's also true. How about this, Ryan? How do I find out? I see you're a Corvette fan. That's cool. I'm modifying my FT5 and all the stuff scattered in boxes. FT5. I don't know what FT5 is. Hit me again. Tell me the name. I don't know the acronym. Micron is 180. The Micron, Rafa, the Micron Plus is 180. I think the smaller one is 150. I saw someone use a skinny box and just stood all the bags so you could flip through them. Ah, that's nice too. That's nice. Old Folgertech printer. Wow. That's either before my time or in a different category of printer. JT Young. Folgertech relic. All right, so here we got wiring. I'm actually really interested in this part because this is one thing that I remember from both my 5-set kits that the comments were all really positive about. So we'll see. This says for EBB36, so this is the CAN bus cable. It looks good. Nice and stiff, so it's not just going to sag. It has a nice sheath. 24 gauge. Looks like we get a plug with 2 on here. Does it break apart somewhere? Oh, I see what they did. Okay, so the power and ground just run separately. Cool. So this would be nice to put into a cable. What's it called? You know what I'm saying. Cool. We got power, ground. Yeah, everything's crimped on this. That's nice that they did it this way. Looks nice and neat. I don't know how to tell if they're real SD cards. Oh. I thought you meant the Moon's motors. SD cards. Yes, that is true. That is true. There's Chinese products can be made complete clones without anybody going after anybody else. Like, that is true. It's a part of just how they do it. Micron's 120. Oh, really, B-Cuddy? I thought it was a little bigger. The AC cables, we got some shorties on here. Everything is labeled. That's nice. Look at that. Okay, let me take it out because it's hard to see. That's really good. These are probably the most important cables, right? Because they're power cables. What are these labels? Yeah, it says power. Power. Do y'all just say power? This has PSU, PE, PSU-L. Cool, I like it. I love the labeled pre-crimped wires. We got nice, what is this? Look at these little things on here. Okay, whoops. Look at that on the tip there. Very nice. I love seeing it. I did read things about this little part right here. And a lot of people have commented on this on other builds that these are accidentally backwards. And we'll find out. There's like a fan right here. So here are some fans. It looks like black is supposed to be on the left. No, these are correct. So it looks like they fixed that. Oh, is it wrong on this side of the plug? Let's see. Yes. Okay, that's true. So these cables, here, let me take this out. So this little Y connector, that's for the tool head. If you can see, let's see, wait for it to focus on my hands. There it goes. So you see how right here, the plugs are actually accidentally reversed. All you have to do is unpin it and put this back. These are correct. These guys are correct, but this one is wrong. So you got to remember to unpin that and fix it beforehand. But luckily, I did see a bunch of that all over the place. All the comments on all these kits everywhere talk about it. I posted the TFT 35 SPI fix. Nice, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's going to be great. Most pretty France? Yes, they are, right. That's correct. I've seen subreddits for recognized fake brands. A lot of time they just Photoshop its clothes looking longer. That is true, yeah. I have a bunch of SanDisk stuff at home. I don't have any here. It's hard to tell. Obviously, everything on here is Chinese, so can't tell. But yeah, there's no copyright laws over there, so yeah, this is nice. I really like the wiring so far. I love that everything is pre-labeled, pre-crimped. Makes it so much easier because these kits are very involved and you are doing a lot. So this little bit of a thing makes these kits really worth it instead of just doing this yourself from complete scratch. Although I can see the fun in that and why people do it, but having these wires pre-made is a big deal. All right, so this is the stuff for the not glass, but the thing I want to see is do I have to undo it? The thing I want to see is with my FiSet kit, and I think they told me that they fixed it since me having it. My FiSet kit, the Trident one specifically, had a problem where the things that they included, the weather stripping that they included was actually double-sided, as in like adhesive on both sides. So taking off the panels on my machine over there is actually really annoying. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I can feel it already, and the fact that it's falling off here. It's not double-sided, so that's good. Oh, man. Okay, I knew this was going to happen. Oh, it's getting worse. It's like fishing line, where once you get a knot, it's kind of over. Oh, great. Look what I've done. All right, hold on. My OCD won't let me continue. All right, I'll get it back on here. But yes, so it looks like we have two sizes. One is thin, one is thick. I think this one must be 1 millimeter, and that one must be what looks like 3-ish, 3 millimeters. So this is the type of stuff that'll go for the front door and the top panel, and the rest, the thick stuff, will go for the side panels and the rear panel, things like that. And there are differences in the what's it called? In the oh, actually, that's another thing I have to print. Is I have to print the pieces that hold the panels on, and I think I was waiting to print those until I knew which tape that they sent. So there we go. That answers that question. We have both. So we will be printing just a couple more parts for this thing before we start. Wire ferrules are nice. Yes, love ferrules. Highwind rails are copycatted a lot. Yes. Oh, they did. Nice. That's good. That's good. The original, you know what? The original companies should do that. Like, they should all do that. But are you going to Rocky Mountain Rep? No, I'm not. I was saving up all the pennies from this channel for the flight and hotel, and I decided to buy a camera for the channel. So if you guys have noticed the ridiculous boost in quality on the channel and just what I'm capable, not me capable, what I can now do significantly easier, it's because I spent the money instead of going to the trip and invested it back into the channel. So pretty much all of the earnings that I made last year on the channel, I spent on that camera. And it was worth it. Obviously going to a fun event is also great because Earth was amazing. It was so much fun. This one would have been even more amazing, but I figured I might as well just reinvest it into the channel. V0 didn't require the foam. It's not like the bomb. Oh, right, that's right. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, the V0 does not have foam? Yeah, does not have foam. Trident does. I did the same thing. Hyper, I actually have a problem with the V0 where the chamber gets too hot and it starts to cook the tool head board. So I actually have to run the fan inside the Nevermore at 100% to keep it around 65, 66, 67-ish when printing ABS. It actually much surprisingly, gets too hot in there. So at the moment, I'm glad it's not fully sealed. 3mm, yeah, okay. 3mm on the side panels and the back panel, okay. Yeah, this all the stationary stuff that you don't take off. Anything that comes off, jack, right? You put the skinnier stuff on. Looking red, white, and tricolor. Have you seen any of this? I have. I have that filament, actually. I have the red. Well, I don't have red, white. I have a red, gold, and blue. I have a bunch of these. They're very fun. They're very fun to print with. They make regular 3D prints look much, much more fun. What was the name of the power screwdriver you use? Hodo. I have a 5% off discount down below because they are really expensive. So definitely shop around. I do have suggestions on them though. So this one, the larger Hodo, this guy, there's two versions of this. This is the 3.6 cordless, they call it. If you're gonna buy one of these, buy the one that comes in this round bin. Yes, it has less bits, but it uses standard bits, so you can use them from any screwdriver, any drill, that type of thing. So you can just get them for very expensive. But the point is, this one has more battery power and selections for 3 power modes instead of 1. And it's a little bit cheaper because it's a little bit less fancy. Actually, no, it's more expensive, but there's even a more expensive one. So it has that soft touch, you know, USB-C charging. Very rarely needs any kind of charging. But that's the 3.6 cordless. And then if you want a smaller one for smaller bits, like you can use it for some printer builds and for like taking panels on and off, that type of thing. But this one is at least twice the price. But this one is really fantastic. You get all the spudgers, you get the really useful, what's it called, tweezers for like taking little bits off prints and stuff. You even get a metal spudger for prying things off right over here. It's a really, really, really high quality piece. It charges with USB-C through the box itself. Once again, has 2 power modes, a bunch of little bits, even magnetization and demagnetization. Useful kit. Looks like this, but also very pricey. So this stuff is just it's higher quality stuff, but you definitely pay for it. Definitely. All right, so we got VHB tape. Much to my surprise, this one does not say 3M on it. I still have the 3M stuff from my other machines, so we'll probably use that wherever we can. I'm actually going to set this aside, so just so you guys, if you guys are wondering, hey, where's the tape at? I'll put this one, I'll put this stuff, yeah, I'll put the 3M stuff over here with the kit. This, I'm going to take it to the office, so in case you guys are wondering why that's not in there, I took it. Lumix. How are you? Nice. I was wondering what you were gonna say. Yeah. How's it gonna fly you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's gonna get me over there. Z-Rail is gonna run without foam. V0 tool head doesn't seem to mind. Oh, really? Well, I don't know about the Formbot because the Formbot kit has the EBB 36. My EBB 36 doesn't really care much in the Trident. What cares about in the Trident is my the leveling sensor. The Omron doesn't like a bunch of heat. When that thing gets too hot, I have trouble leveling. I usually have to open the door and get that hot air out for it to level absolutely perfectly. Whereas on this machine, my V0, it has the FISEC like toolboard, and it'll straight up overheat and cause all kinds of little issues if it gets too hot in there. Hodo! Hey, Stephen Poole, how you doing? Big Hodo has a 30% off Amazon. There you go. There you go. Yeah, definitely shop around for it. They get expensive. Be right back. Off to make more coffee. Nice. Let me finish off mine here real quick. Nice. All right. Now we move on to bourbon. All right, let's check the fans. On the FISEC kits, the fans were a little bit of a letdown. because they weren't ball bearing fans. I see GDS time here. Brushless, dual ball bearing. Cool. We like to see that. I use these fans all the time. I buy them in bulk at this point. That's nice. Good call on the fans. This little box is our power supply. Love these little things. They're fanless, which is nice. They obviously still need some air, but the whole thing's kind of like a heat sink. Cool. There's terminals on both sides here. We have the ground, AC, and ACL, and then 2V plus, 2V minus. Nice, super compact, nice design here. Oh, okay, we have a little cover. Whoops, whoops. Do we have a second cover in here? Just one. And this little cover typically, man, I dropped it twice now, typically goes over these guys. Oh, okay, it doesn't go over this side. It goes over this side. I'll leave it on here just so that it doesn't come off. Yeah, nice little power supply. GDS time definitely seems like an improvement over the ones with the VC Euro kit. Oh, were they not these? And I'm guessing these are for the bottom, right? Instead of the 60s. Hey, Fabrizio. Just realized you were streaming. Yeah, come on, get those notifications up there, buddy. Hey, Thor, it's all good, man. You're here now, right? What company gonna get red, white, and blue? Haven't found it yet. Red, white, and blue, I'm not sure. Get them notifications on, Zoomy. What's up? All right, looks like we're here at the heart of the build, the motherboard. So let's check that out. Looks like we have a bunch of connectors and pins. Luckily, we won't need that. We have our USB cable. Most importantly, we have the ducky. I don't know if you guys ever noticed. Get the camera over there. Oh, let me move my chair. Camera. Also, let me turn this heater off. We don't need that anymore. It is hot as Hades down here now. Let's see. Turn camera. There we go. Here's my collection. You guys think I have enough? I'm gonna put it here so I can. What I do is I actually glue magnets on the bottom of these little guys, and that's how I collect them. I even have a little Sam Prentice on here. What's up, Sam? Look, you're always hanging out with me, buddy. He gave that to me at Earth. All right, let's see what else we got. We got a bunch of jumpers, some jumperoos, a Manta sticker, and of course the Manta board. Let's see what version we have in here. You dropped one of the covers in the container near the black boxes. I picked it up though, I thought. Yeah, nothing back here. I picked it up. There was only one in there from what I saw. But obviously I'm gonna put everything back in here. So if it was in there, I'll find it. All right, let's see which version of the board this is. And will it tell me? It will not tell me. But obviously this one has CAN bus. I have a really early version of this without CAN bus. And obviously it's a little less useful. Camera, display, SPI screen, MCU card, SoC card. I don't remember where that one pin, the actual pieces, the actual pins are. Might be this one? Ground PC13. No, we need the low high. Oh, up here maybe? No, that's USB 2.0. I don't know. I don't remember, but it obviously has it because this is a CAN bus board. But yeah, super cool. You can really run anything off this sucker, which is really nice. You need more ducks? I'll take it. I'll take more. I will take more. Hey, Loaded, what's up? BBs, what's going on, man? Yeah, board looks great as per usual. Let's see how many ducks we get. I'm hoping there's more. I'm addicted to the ducks. I'm abducted. My daughter would give me the side eye so hard right now. Anytime I give one of my classic dad jokes, she gives me She gives me side eye. Hey, thanks for subscribing, BBs. Hopefully you enjoy the content while you're here. Appreciate it. Okay, so we got some rubber feet with metal on the bottom, which is always nice. That means when you screw these down, they're not just going to contort and be annoying. What's the story about the ducks? I don't actually know exactly. I've just been getting Big Tree Tech stuff almost as soon as I got into 3D printing, 6 years ago. I started making a custom machine, and I used Big Tree Tech in there, and got the first duck, and that was it. I started buying ducks all the time. They're not just a Jeep thing, apparently. Keep seeing ducks all in the offices. Probably a Jeep owner. I don't get it. I never understood the Jeep duck thing. I don't understand the connection. No one's been able to properly explain it to me. But to be fair, I don't know what the duck connection is to Big Tree Tech as well. Part of being a dad is having bad... Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're bad. But I guess that's fair. Okay, we have our plug for our power cable. Alright, what we got here? This says clicky. Hello, DIY. Let's open this. Let's open clicky. Do I know exactly what clicky is? Not necessarily. Have I heard it? Yes. I think I've successfully avoided this with my Vorons. Alright, so it looks like... Oh, right, this is the leveling sensor. I'm not going to use this, actually, I think. Yeah, Pro PCB. Okay. Yeah, right, so you can mount this in a way where you put magnets down, right? Something along those lines. And it picks it up with magnets and then uses them to run the power through it. And then, obviously, uses the sensor to do leveling. Clicky microswitch Z-probe. Yeah, has everything you need in here for it. All the hardware, the magnets. Boop. Yes, Shruggy, I have Boop. As in, like, I bought everything for Boop. And printed all the Boop stuff. I use Boop from a Micron. Ryan, do you have... Ryan, I'd love some help. So, I never used tap on my other machines. And obviously, because of that, I never used Boop. I'm probably going to need some help with... the nozzle cleaning portion of it, just because I've never done it before. So I'd love any amount of help for that. I use Clicky on 2.4. It's great. Yeah, I hear good things. So I'm doing Boop for another reason, because I think at some point I'm going to do multi-head on this thing. Multi-tool head. And this gets me a little bit closer to using that mechanism, just to eliminate all the other stuff that won't be there. So this is for mounting one of these switches, I believe it is, somewhere in here. Not switches, the relay on the DIN slots. All right, let's keep going to the hardware. So we got our 16 tooth with bearings in there. That's nice. Pulleys. I have no idea what this is. Oh, these are the little spherical bearings for the four corners of the gantry. I believe that's where they go. These are the PTFE fittings, the press fit kind. We have a motor in here, so let's get that out and see what it do. Okay, so as suspected, they're not Moon's motors. Somebody mentioned this before. I'm just using my first clicky now. Use 0 click on my mini Rooks and clicky PCB on Rook. Or on tap on 2.4, but I want to try Boop on this printer. On a printer. Yeah, I mean, Boop is just a scaled down version. Go Boop. I have Boop. I printed Boop and I bought the Boop parts. But yeah, this is notable. Notable that they market... Here, we always go through the marketing on these machines, right? Of these machines. And they do state, right here, Moon's Motors. And they have a picture of Moon's Motors And then here they have what looks like a moon motor if you close your eyes. They do say that? Do they explicitly say that somewhere? I guess they have to. Motion. Nope. Electronics. Extruder. Wiring, Bowden, MISC. NEMA 17 stepper, NEMA 17 stepper, round stepper. Yeah, so they don't even say the brand on here. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm crazy, but this definitely says Moons Motors. And they give you a paper from Moons. I mean, come on, you're going to tell me that you're going to tell me that they're not trying to pass off their motors as Moons? Wild. Is the extruder motor? I'm going to find out. Picture is technically just AB extruder, right? And extruder, yes, that is that picture, yes. Boop. Boop is a form of a thing called tap. It uses the entire print head to as your Z switch instead of an actual switch. There are 2 Moons motors for AB. Okay, all right. I don't know what motor it is. It's just one that I pulled out of there, but it says stepper online. So let's keep going. Let's get more motors out. All right, here we have our little fans. Brushless fan. It doesn't say they're dual ball bearing. But I don't even know if they make tiny little 30 mils like this that are ball bearing. All right, let's see what motor this is. Okay, so we have another one of these stepper online motors. I'm assuming all 4 of these are going to be like that. Yep, I'm just going to put it back. Yep. All right, we'll put these motors back in. And where are the others? Oh, they're over here. They're in this box. Okay, so these are Moons. That is 100% correct. I stand corrected. So the A and B motors are Moons motors. So just not all of them are Moons. And we have Moons here as well. Yep. Okay. So I stand corrected on that part. So just to be 100% clear, you guys see it here. The 4 motors for the Z-axis are not Moons, and they technically don't need to be high-end because it doesn't move that much. But these do, and these are very nice. Let's put those back. And I like that the foam is cut for the connector, whereas here you're just digging it through. Stepper Online motors are OMC. They're better than the ones I got 2 months ago. Oh, nice. Yeah, they are OMC. Stepper Online sells a lot of motors. Got a few who work fairly well. Nice. Right. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, B-Cuddy. I don't think they need to be. So maybe just 4 Z motors aren't Moons. Yes. Yeah, that's what ended up happening. Rubber duck debugging is a programming technique used to help with debugging. Fixing errors in your code. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I wonder if that's it. It's a good compromise to use steppers online for Z, but a bit misleading. Yeah, misleading, but I totally get that part. Yep. Yep. You know, marketing. Marketing department is separate. We have our Bakelite. We have another fan that says controller fan. And this one is a brushless fan, non-dual ball bearing. Yep, non-dual ball bearing. Yeah, it's a little 30mm fan for the controller board. Okay, let's put those back because they do have their own little spots. So that way I remember where they are when I'm going through the build. All right, so we got some Wago connectors. These are so cool. So they mooned you. Haha, good joke. That's a good one. I would have totally got side-eye for that one. All the times I've tracked this kit I've tracked this kit. I did a 1-point mention, moons for AB and the extruder. Not sure why they did that. It makes no sense, honestly. You know, marketing. Yeah, love these connectors. They're fantastic. Everyone should be using these. They are great. This, I don't know the name of this, but I don't know the name of this thing. IP68. No, that's the waterproofness, right? PG9. There we go. PG9. So that's what you got to know to print the correct piece for this to go into. This is just to hold the cable in place. So we got that. Bakelite. We have the CB1 heatsink, which is nice. I have one on my other CB1. CB1 version 2.2, and of course another rubber ducky. So we got 2 of these things. Where'd my other one go? Where are you hiding, rubber duck? Can I put you back? No. Oh, right, I put it up there. Let's put them somewhere to hang out. Got 2 ducks. So this is going to be the CB1 little tiny board in here. 2.2 is good. They had some fixes in the 2.2 version. 2.1 didn't support TFT screens, something like that. 2.2 does. Cable gland. Is that the word? Is that the term for that? It is too big. It is. But that way it has room to grow, you know? And of course another duck. This one has melted. And by that I mean it's a little bit of a roadkill. Can we get it? Like, can we get it back? The roadkill duck. Oh yeah, we'll get some life back in there. Look at that, we got 3 out of this one. The whole kit might be worth it just for that. So what's this? Oh, okay, this is the screen. SPI 2.1. Yep. All right, so that's that. Okay. We got the screen that has a fix. I will have to note the fix. Let's put these back here. We got more boxes. TMC 2209, version 1.3. No ducks in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stepper drivers. And what does that leave us with? The CAN board. I don't remember if the CAN board has them or not, but I did just purchase 2 more of those. I don't think they have a ducky in here. Yeah, they do not. All right, so that's just an EBB 36. And which version is this? 1.2. I think my Trident has 1.3 on it. And the other ones I just purchased from Amazon are 1.2. So got 3 of them bad boys. Didn't I say I really like Big Tree Tech? Yeah, I have a bunch of boxes right here waiting for a project that I purchased. Yep, like them ducks. Go ducks. Also, when I just pulled those down, something fell. And I have just enough stuff on the floor to where I don't know what it was. And I'll only find it way later. Is there any sleeving for that CAN cable? I don't think so. Unless it's in somewhere else. There was very little sleeving so far, but it could be further in here somewhere. There was like this tiny little sliver. Yeah, like that's not enough. That could be used for the bed probably. All right, so let's keep going. We got some magnets, which we will obviously need. I'm gonna put this along with the hardware so it's easier to find when we do start building. Make sure you keep your ducks in a row. Is this off screen? We have our 16-tooth pulleys. That's a lot of pulleys. We have a nice thick power cable. We have our rods. This is for the big pulleys for the X. All right, and here we have our rails. Are they all the same size rails? Let's see. No, we got a big boy right here. This is what, the 9? And these are all 7s. Yep, they're all labeled Vividino, and this one passed QC twice, so this must be a really good one. We'll use the double pass QC one for the X. Well, no, this one gets it for the X. Nice. So that's a lot. That's a lot of these. Let's get those in there. Yeah, so far I think building out of here will totally make sense and won't be too hard. I did like Fisex packaging, but this is not bad at all. Let's see, we'll put the wiring down. We won't need the wiring. Zip ties will come way later. This is like last, so I can even put this underneath of that. The motherboard can go here as well because that'll be mounted. The feet can go all the way on the bottom. PTFE tube. Let's put it in a place where we can kind of get it out of the way. I got to leave the chain out so that I remember to print that piece so we don't run into a situation where we start and then don't have the pieces that we need. Which I'm sure will happen to some degree. And then the hardware, which we will need first. Let's follow this up. Let's get the other box. There we go. You know what? I'm going to switch this with power cable down below. And then put these guys up top because we're going to need them. All right. I'm going to go ahead and drop this into the box. Cool. I actually like that. Actually, so far, so good. I like this. PG7 gland. This printer, basically what would happen if a V0 and 2.4 had a baby. Yes, exactly. This is the offspring of these two machines. So it is a 2.4 in the style of a V0. So it uses the small extrusions and the smaller hardware. I swapped it for PG7. Speaking of something I talked about a little bit earlier, I am still waiting for more filament to come in from Creality. And when it does come in, I just have 2 pieces to print because they need to be altered. Like they need a neck hole so that my head can sit in it. Otherwise, I'm done. They're just waiting. He's just laying there patiently waiting for his day to rise. He just lays around all day, doesn't do nothing right. You guys, Zoomy. When Zoomy and Chad get together, I'm gonna have to mute the chat. I saw the SSR mount, but no SSR. I haven't gotten there yet. I haven't seen it yet. I'm guessing it's further on somewhere. How many C's on that thing? All right, so let's see what's in here. Should be the rest of the stuff. All right, here it is. Here's that Omeron. So that's nice. Moons, moons, moons. Here is the extruder hardware. Yep, looks good. Got the little nice little knobber. Metal knobber. All right, here is the Hotend. So this also gives us the final piece to know what to print. So we have ceramic. Let's take this off. I do use a very similar Hotend to this on the V0. I ended up swapping to a ceramic CHC. Oh, nice. We got stainless steel, or not stainless steel, but a steel hardened 4mm nozzle. That's great. So I did the same thing to my V0. I removed the big old school block and put one of these CHC CHC on, and I love it. Looks like this is gonna need some crimps. They might not be crimped because of space, so we'll see about that. We'll see how much space there's on there. But yeah, this is gonna be great. This is perfect for a V0, and mine works really well in the V0.2, so it'll be good in the Micron here as well. Does anybody know where I could buy this? Like, I want to buy more of this exact Hotend. I briefly looked around, but I couldn't find this exact one. There's obviously plenty that are very similar, but ideally it would be really nice to have that exact one. Maybe someone knows out there. Careful with that ceramic Hotend tightening. Oh yeah, did you break yours? Oh, right, it shattered. I do remember that. I do remember that. Nice. Is your bed heater an AC heater? Yes. Yes. AliExpress, B Cuddy. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely don't mind. I absolutely don't mind ordering for AliExpress. I order from AliExpress all the time. I have like 4 orders out right now for AliExpress. The heatsink is called the V6DM. I think it's dragon mounting. I'm always afraid to go on AliExpress on stream because of the crazy marketing things that they put on here with all kinds of wild stuff. Like, come on, man. Come on. Why they put that kind of stuff on there? It's ridiculous. V6DM Hotend. Let's see. Like, I would love to buy exactly that one. Here's the bottom of it. If I just type in V6CHC, hold on, let's see what comes up. I love AliExpress. DRG mount. Let's see if we can just scope it out somewhere. Yeah, I've always gotten pretty close, but I've never found that same one. I guess it doesn't actually have to be the same one, but it would be very nice to be able to have 3 identical ones. Oh, is this it? But this is Triangle Labs. Looks like the mounting is different. Let's see if they have one. Prusa V6D. Hold on, let me scroll back up. B Cuddy DM. Let's see if they have that. C, keep going, D. Well, according to this picture, that's wrong. But the picture could legitimately be wrong. Oh well, we don't have to do this now, but it would be nice to find them exactly, you know? That's what I have on my Cyborg. Yeah, V0. I know Triangle Labs sells the heatsink, but I don't know about the full Hotend. I mean, I have the Triangle Labs CHC, and it's exactly the same. The bottom, not the heatsink, but the actual heating block is exactly the same. DRG mount. Let's see if we type that in. DRG mount Hotend. Amazon, $28.95. Amazon. Every time I type in Amazon on Google, it goes to this. Let's see, CHC Hotend V6. Yeah, so this is the actual bottom piece of what I have. I bought them before, as you can see. This one is just red. Let me just click it. I could care less if it's red. But if it's the right Hotend V6 adapter. Give me more. Okay, this is the closest. This is almost exactly. Yeah, Voron. Okay, so this is close enough for me to know. Okay, cool. Let me catch up. Found the heatsink of Triangle Lab site under the V6 DM, but not the full Hotend. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind buying them separate. You know, literally don't care if I have to. Number of times I've opened the AliExpress app and it's pushing some sort of dental. Yeah, 100%. I have no idea why. Like, it's so like I just buy printer parts and some you know, parts for gaming things. So I don't know what the deal is with that stuff. Maybe it knows my age, knows it's a male, and they just automatically throw that stuff at me. I don't know. YouTube just ran an AliExpress commercial. They know what's up. King Rune. Does King Rune have that? Search King Rune E3D V6. Let's see. That's strange that King Rune has it out of everybody. King Rune V6 DM. Let's see what comes up for that. Oh, E3D V6. King Rune E3D V6. Hotend. Whoa, type that in all kinds of wrong. Hotend. Alright, I know we're still unboxing this machine, but I just wanted to see. Let's see if that comes up on Amazon. Either way, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and add this to cart. King Rune. Well, whatever. It seems like it's possible to find here and there. This one's the closest one for now, so we'll just keep that in there. I appreciate you all helping me. I have truggies, unfortunately. The one I see on Amazon looks exactly like that. Really? I can't see anything. Well, you know, you saw. Very similar. Triangle Labs TD6S is similar, using the mounting all, but much skinnier heat break. 1819 on Al. Let me do one more search. The algorithm. Look at the algorithm is nuts, man. King Rune V6 E3D Hotend. Can't type. King Rune. And 18 bucks. It's a good price. Where is this? Creativity official store. Nice name. Nice wordplay there. Creativity, huh? Is any of these actual King Rune? Okay, here's King Rune. Let's see if I can get it like on their store somewhere. 3D printer parts, Hotend. 1819. So this is... Oh, okay, here it is. That heatsink is definitely shorter than this. Right? Like, that's definitely shorter. CHT nozzles. CHT nozzle. And this also has the wrong... well, it's not wrong. It's just not the same. I'm looking for the same exact one. So that's close. And also very inexpensive. But that's okay. No worries there. We'll figure it out. Heat brake mounting uses 2 screws. That's why I like AliExpress. Crazy ads, product descriptions. I forgot King Rune has them. I mean, the KP3S. I bought a few uses of the ceramic Hotend. Yes. Yes. Yeah, if anything, the Triangle Labs will definitely have it. My bad, wrong mount. It's all good. Hey, what's up, Luke? Long time no see, man. How are you? That looks like the volcano version, yeah. Bamboo, yep. Okay, I'll find it. No, find it. Formbot Micron Plus kit was pretty decent. Has a great size. Only issue I found is with the VHB on the door hinges keeps coming off. I'm actually, that's funny you mentioned that. I actually put in, like, I into the kit, back into the kit so that I don't build using the one that they came with. I put some M3 tape in there. Just because I saw that it's not branded. I can use it for other stuff. Couple weeks of work. Yeah, I've been having some such busy days. I was supposed to do a live stream yesterday, and I came home, and I'm just like, no chance. I don't have time to even announce that I'm doing a live stream. So, believe me, I know the feeling. I left late today. It's good. It's good that work's busy. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. All right, Jack. Just because you're being nice and giving me exact words to put in, I'm gonna try it just so that I have it like in my cart. You know what I mean? For later. So you're saying King Rune? Words. King Rune. E. 3D. V6. Hotend. 4 Voron. Let's type this out. I'm gonna do it. I'm committing. I'm here for the community, and the community's here for me. Ceramic heating core. Oh, you can't type in anymore. I'm out of the ability to type more in. All right. Well, you know what? Jack, you're gonna have to send me a link through Discord, because obviously they just come up different. Maybe I'm missing it or something, but no luck. Yeah, I'll just I'll look after the stream on Discord. So if you have a chance, if you could send me the link there, I'll just throw it on my cart for later. I appreciate that though. Do you have Discord where I can post a link? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Jack, down below, hit that Discord button and jump in there. It's a great place to be anyway. Yeah, B Cuddy, that would be helpful as well. Just went through a big layoff. Ooh. I was left. They're going through reorganization. Yeah, I mean, this is happening a lot. A lot of my friends have been either a part of the layoff, or their departments, or around them in some way, shape, or form, their company has had layoffs. It's so unfortunate every time. I can't copy and paste from this chat. You can't copy and paste from the YouTube chat thing in OBS. I guess I could have gone through the chat like through here. It's okay. If you guys send me a link, I'll get to it. It's really not important, especially for the unboxing. I just want to buy more for the ability to do multi-head at some point, which I would love to do. Digital Dragon, I know your expertise level. If this is me, your expertise level is like out here. I'm gonna try to recruit as many people. Zombie Hedgehog hopefully can help me to some degree too. Jeff, I know you have direct experience with multi-head stuff, but I would love to make this little machine have multiple heads. DM me a link. I appreciate that. Thank you. Is there a web search? Nice. All right, I'll copy and paste that later. Yes. So stubborn. I did look. I added the one you recommended me in the thing. Was it bowling? That's right. Them lanes, baby. See? There you go. Yep, that's happening everywhere. Ooh. All right. Here are the rails. Now that we're done with that fiasco. Go big or go home. Black box tool changer for the win. Yeah, man, I want tool changer on the Micron Plus. I can fit 3 in there, right? I want 3. I want 3 tool heads. I have enough filament. I bought EBB 36s. I would need a multi-can board, which is also inexpensive. I would need some wiring, which I'll either have or I'll make. The board can handle it as well. So I should have everything to be able to do it. The rest is all printable stuff. I'll need I'll need two more of these Moons motors. I think it's doable. I want to see like 6 on that bad boy. I don't think you can fit it because it's so small. Yeah, it seems like a super fun thing. Which channel do you want me to put? Just do it in the main channel. Chat with Zombie about the tap changer. He stopped his build. Is there some issues? That's what he said. I did message him. He jumped into one of my streams last time, and I mentioned that's what I wanted to do. And he said, hold on, about something about the build. Yes, and Jeff is running 6. Wild. Yeah, 350. Yeah, you can put a bunch in there. All right, here's the extrusions. These are not pre-tapped. I don't think they need to be. I'm assuming the ones that need to be pre-tapped will be. I did actually, in one of my V0.2, what's it called? Extrusions. I actually have a broken tap left in it, and I left it there for the sake of memories. So we'll see how that plays out, but yeah, I don't know if any of these need to be tapped, just because I've never built these before, but I'm guessing I won't have to tap these. But the V0, that top hat one, I definitely broke a tap in there. No need for multi-can board, just splice the can lines from the MP8 using Wagos. Can you do that? Obviously, the least amount of things I have to purchase would be fantastic. The can boards can be daisy chained? I didn't know that. I did not know you can daisy chain them. How do you daisy chain them? Now I want to know. I'll have to research that. I've obviously never had multiple can items. Formbot V0, every extrusion was tapped. Probably makes sense for them to just tap all their extrusions. Well, none of these are tapped. Not one. Each board has its own UUID, so you just run cables from the same port to each board. How? Like spliced? Yeah, but you need to have unique addresses for each device and only one master. Can is can, and can is up to 150 units. Well, that's how, yeah, right. They use, right, for vehicles, I get it. I just, for some reason, never thought about it for this. Yep, spliced. Turge, that sounds both cool and frightening at the same time. Obviously, way simpler if you could just splice that. I would love to try that out. But yeah, so for the initial build, I'm gonna build one tool head with Boop, see how it goes, and then from there, I definitely want to make this into something else because I already have plenty of machines that will do what this machine does. But what makes it special is that it's a 2.4, and the thing that makes that special is that it can do a tool changer. So we got some bearings in a nice little plastic case. They're labeled F623. These are for all the belts, the idlers for the belts. And the software has to support it, and it would be perfect for multiple tool heads. Yeah, I want to know. I want to know. It makes it easier if you already have cans set up. Just throw some Wagos under the hood of your can. Make it easier in the future. So you're saying where it plugs into the board, right? It's the 2 wires that plug into the board. Throw some Wagos there so you can plug more in, is what you're saying. All right, here we have 625 RSs, larger bearings. Also in a nice little case. Put those back. I think this might be the final piece in the box, as these gears are so nice. I love that they're not printed, and just gives it that nice quality feel to it. Look at that. You know, the Raspberry Pi Pico has native CAN. Does it? No, I didn't know that. I have a bunch of Picos. Just remember that you only need 2 120 ohm resistors in the entire chain. I need to do more research to fully grasp with my little pea brain. Don't forget, not engineer, straight up hobbyist. Love 3D printing, love printing machines, but this I've definitely not come across. I'd love to know it. Place them all together, then the final wires into the board. For me, it would be 2 wired because the Spider 3.0 has just GST plug. I can plug the transceiver already built in. Dead power direct from PSU. That's the part that confuses me, is the resistors. I'm guessing this information is readily available on the worldwide internet. But I would love to see like an example. Well, that was nice. I have no complaints about the unboxing itself. Everything seems to be nicely labeled, very much on par with both the PiSec kits that I've built so far. Kind of readily available. Nice, cool, good to know. Good to know. This was the tap kit I purchased. We have the optical sensor on a PCB. This should be the same size, typical impedance. But everyone uses 120 or 121 ohms. Yeah, so I got one of these guys. Come on. There we go. That was flipped. Opto tap. So that's what we're gonna use for boop. I don't know why it doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't like to behave. There we go. Little opto tap there. We got all the hardware we need in here, and some that we don't. Here's the rail, and here is the color I'm talking about. This is probably the perfect example to show you both. Is this like nice creamy? Looks a little bit more tan in real life than it does in the camera here. So we're doing a carbon fiber ASA for all the parts, and then this antique tan for all the others. And this is all 3D Max filament. And everything was printed on my other 2 Vorons. So the longer pieces were printed on the Trident, and everything like this and this, like pretty much all the pieces that I could fit on the V0. So yeah, the quality's fantastic. Oh, here's another piece that'll hold the boop stuff. But yeah, it's just insane how well this 3D Max ASA carbon fiber prints. I mean, some of the best looking prints I've gotten ever, and both the Trident and the V0 just love this stuff. So it's gonna be fantastic to build with it. It looks so good. Yeah, excited. Oh yeah, this is like the best piece to show this off, because it has these nice flat parts where you can't see any layer lines at all, and it feels light and yet strong. Yeah, really looking forward to it. Oh, here's another little thing I found. It's got little rollers built in here for the filament to avoid that little PTFE situation. and I just launched the M3 nut in here somewhere. Let's get it. Let's get that back in there. There we go. Loosen that up just a little bit too much, looks like. There we go. Yeah, so all the parts are printed except for a few, and that's my goal for tonight. So before I leave this area, I'm gonna have my V0 print the last 2 parts that I need. So I don't think I printed the piece that actually holds the hot end. Right, that's the mount. We got the tensioners. This is also the larger tensioners. Oh, we also are doing the mushroom mod from my V0 learnings. Yeah, I don't think I printed any of the other hot end portions. Just because I wanted to see which ones there are. Oh, look, I already printed the 3. That's for the chain, right? If that's for the chain, I already printed it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, looks like I printed both. Smart man. Look at that. I printed both. I don't remember doing that. Must have been one of those long days. Okay, so I have all the extruder portions. Yeah, okay. So I didn't do the hot end. So hot end, I'll leave this out so that I remember is what I need to do. Okay. Now we know. Let's get my chair. Let's have a nice comfortable sit, lower our table. Oh yeah. All right, so that's the unboxing. Fantastic. I don't know if we're going to go all the way to 12. We'll probably just hang out for a little bit and we'll do the giveaway. For those that are just joining or didn't even know, there's 46 people entered right now. There should be right there. There's a pinned comment at the very top. Jump in there and have a chance to win yourself a spool of PLA Plus from 3D Max. It's coming directly from them, so it has to be in the United States. You have to be present for the drawing. To be able to win, you have to answer the question. If you answered, and if you didn't answer, I won't pick you. I will pick somebody else. Because before I hit announce winner in Gleam, I can see the location. If you have answered, so those are the requirements. So do that. Get yourself a spool of 3D Max PLA, and it has to be in stock also. And then also, while we're on the subject. Guys, check out shop at 3dprintsos.com. I still think this is one of the coolest ways to support the channel. You guys get yourself some cool shirts. This is all designs by me. There's a bunch of different ones in there, as well as some hoodies, as well as some cool swag, like these awesome mats. Like here's one that I'm using right here. I'm using the gray one, or the dark one for my keyboard. It's nice and soft, and it'll work great for a printer build like this because it's not very large. There's different colorways. And then of course the mugs, awesome mugs with different hot ends that I illustrated. So like I said, everything's illustrated by me. It's all mine, and I have the most minimal amount of revenue that I make for this to keep the prices actually reasonable. So like 16 bucks for a shirt is awesome. So just check that out. And if you guys have any ideas for more of this stuff, like that you would actually buy, I would love to hear it. So yeah, that's shop at 3dprintsos.com, and check out the Gleam.io link. We'll hang out a little bit and go ahead and throw that up there. Let me catch up with the chat. Looks like I missed a whole bunch. Cool color, yeah. Yeah, I really like it as well. And it is the 3dmax.com. I'll tell you exactly what this stuff is. Antique white. Yeah, that's the CSA. Also, worth noting, the other day, someone reached out that this blue right here, it's out of stock actually. Someone was having trouble printing this blue. So I did a bunch of tests alongside them, and we found out that this ASA specifically needs to print really hot. At 280, it printed perfectly. I did a bunch of tests at 265, which is what I normally print at, 270, and then 280, and 280 was perfect. So for whatever reason, this mixture, I'm assuming is the pigment that's in here, this mixture needs to be printed really hot. So if you guys ever order ASA from them and it feels like it's going to break really easily, go up in temperature and it works great. Just as a thing, this ASA carbon fiber that I've been using that I love, this is probably my favorite filament. I know it's pricey, but to me it's worth it because it prints twice as good. Like it's so good. So both of these filaments printed at 265. I think the antique white, I'll have to check. I think I printed this at 270 and it's perfect. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, antique white is the color that I chose and I love it. Watch out for the wires on the optical. Black isn't always ground. Oh my, of course. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. I'm very bummed. I got a 2-day print to go. It's got about 4 hours to go. I just checked on it and it looks like it's under extruding. Ah, that's the worst. Yeah, that's never fun. When I read the I'm very bummed, I don't know why this brought back this memory, but yesterday we had some wind come through and I actually lost power at the time where I would have been streaming. So I was a little too tired to do a stream last night just to work, but I'm glad that we actually postponed it because the stream would have gone in and out enough times for me to quit it. So glad we got through it today. But yeah, that's a total bummer. Zumi, post a link of the Hotend. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, I'll check it then. Ready to allow head units control everything. You need to put a little blue Loctite on the screw for the rolling spool holder. They fall apart if you don't. I just noticed, like me just spinning it fell apart. So luckily, I bought this recently, so I have enough Loctite for a very long time. So we will be adding that. Poor little flat duck. Yeah, the duck. What happened to this little guy? That's kind of funny. I'm still gonna hang him like that. Roadkill duck. Nice duck. Sorry, I missed it, but which carbon fiber ASA are you using? Oh, no, it's all good. I just showed it because I'm super late in the chat. 3D Max ASA. So I wanted to thank you again for the coupon on your Discord for 3D Max. Just order another 10-pack PLA Plus. Nice. Yeah, 5%. So it doesn't work if they are running a sale. Usually their sales are 10%. But if you're buying during a non-sale, then my 5% works. Mike, I thought about it many times. I can't. It's just slightly too vulgar. And obviously a lot of people on my channel, obviously, especially in the live streams, love it. So I know some people would buy it, but still, I think it's just a little bit too much. Otherwise, I would have had it already. I've thought about it, believe me. I've also thought about some other way of incorporating milk as a nod to our whole weird horse milk conversation, but I haven't really found that connection yet. Design a shirt with Feder with 4-ounce gloves, smashing a 3D print. Captain 3D, what's up? How much longer until you print the Benchy? Well, on this one, it's going to take a minute. But I will definitely, obviously, be printing some Benchies. Hit the small like button. Thank you, Jeff. And yes, hit the like button, please, if you don't mind. Can't get it here anyway. 3D Max's PETG carbon fiber is so good. I need to buy more. I'm almost out of it. Yeah, I printed with it. It is also good. Probably my least printed carbon fiber filament, admittedly. The PLA one was really good. I printed a bunch of that. Actually, the screen surround is printed with PLA on here because I wanted to print on the carbon fiber texture. And I haven't printed ASA on it, so I figured I might as well just use PLA on this part. It doesn't need to be hot. Why won't it just zoom? I mean, there we go. Yeah, so that adds a nice little texture to the front. I thought about printing it in the in the tan, but I kind of like the black around there. Winamp, yeah, you gotta have the Winamp, right? It's you gotta have the Winamp. Fernando. I don't think I'll be around to the end. I will definitely, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 12 either. I'm probably just gonna do another 10, 15 and then kind of call it. Future reference, can I enter from outside the US and have it sent to someone in the US? Yes, but the problem, Nigel, is that's not how the system works. Like, that's a really nice gesture, but the system goes off of your email address and your address in general. So as soon as I see there that it's not going to be in the United States, I pick someone else. So it's not quite going to work unless you like register it as a US address. But that's a really nice gesture. Yes, every filament is different. Oh, that's going back to our other conversation. Sorry, I'm still catching up with all the chats. Why Voron? Oof. I feel like I talk about this a lot. I'll do it anyway. I'll do it again. So why Voron? That's a really good question, because you're spending a bunch of money. You can spend less and get a very similar performing machine, especially nowadays with Core XY machines being out everywhere. But no one, when you're building a Voron, not only do you build it from scratch, obviously it's a kit, right? You can self-source, but obviously you're going to be printing a kit. You print it from scratch. You know every in and out. You can take it in any direction that you want. You don't have to print it. You don't have to make it exactly like in the kit. There's going to be variances to what you do depending on what you like. Just like me, I'm doing a bunch of little mods here and there, beefier things here and there, better things here and there, different things here and there. But you get to build it how you want and how you know best of your ability. After it's built and you put it together and you know every single bolt, every single wire because you built it, you then have to essentially program the thing, right? And there's help around, and things are relatively easy with Clipper being around and other people building these machines. But when you do it that way, from the hardware to the software, everything doing it yourself, you end up knowing everything about it. And there's no one that's going to stop you from doing some things. If you don't like a certain part, you don't want a filament sensor, fine. You want a different brand, Hotend, fine. You can't do that on these machines. You have to conform to how they want you to do it. There's a lot of strange things happening with all kinds of cloud servers and all kinds of stuff where the brand literally, you know, holds you, not accountable, it's not the right word, but holds you kind of hostage to their own system. Even though these things are running Clipper, they're running their own versions of Clipper. Whereas here, you're running vanilla Clipper. There's nothing in your way. So my personal opinion, there's nothing like a Voron. Obviously, there's other brands like Rat Rig, other similar machines where you're building from scratch, VZBot, so on and so forth. A very similar idea to this, and are very similar just in general. But I don't think you can compare them. I think this is the best way. I actually made this comparison earlier. I know I'm still, like, there's so much in chat. Like, I have to scroll for a while to get to the current chat, but I'm still kind of stuck on this question. I kind of made this example slightly earlier with the Camaro. It's like you're building a frame-up build, custom-built Camaro. Let's say the 69 Camaro SS, okay? You built it yourself versus you buying it. And then you run into an issue or you want to change something. And in one case where you built it, you took that time and effort to do it, and you know exactly what to change, what to do, you know the parts, you got this. If you want to change something or modify something, you know exactly what to do. Whereas that bought Camaro, even though it's the same, could even be better in some cases. When something happens or you run into an issue or you want to change something, you have to do it based on how this thing was built, whether from the manufacturer or from someone else's build. That's probably the most, like, the closest I can come up with some other example of what these things are. But that's why I like Vorons. That's why I think they're cool. And I just don't think there's anything like it. You know, coming up for me to use this machine and heating it up and doing my own little procedure, it was set up by me. I set up the procedures. I made the macros. So I know exactly what it's going to do. It's going to be so much more predictable, you know, than these things. Because there might be an update, something might change. It's like a whole, you know, it just depends on who you are. So this might not be practical or even feasible for some folks. And that does not make these machines any worse. It just makes it different. And it just makes, you know, this machine mine. And same with the V0. That's why I like Voron. All right, hopefully that made some kind of sense. Yeah, no one's gonna get it. That's why I never went further with it. Milk carton with you on it. Yeah. Thought about it. And Zumi did make one. Yeah. If you guys go in the Discord, she's posted me with a milk mustache. Yeah, it's on Discord. Let's see if I can catch up finally. What multi-spool dryer do you recommend? I have one recommendation. I've only used two. One was called like Fix Dry. Not was. I still use it at the office. I think it's called like Fix Dry or something like that. It's a dual one. The problem I have with it is the cap that's on it isn't sealed. So when it's just sitting there, the humidity just goes back in. So it's keeping filament in it doesn't work. Also, it doesn't have a hinged top. So when you have to do anything with the filament, especially if one is hooked up and you have to lift off the thing and it's printing still, it's a nightmare to use. So I don't recommend that one. However, this one right here, the Sunlu S4 right there, this guy, by far the best multi-filament one that I have. This one is 4. It works really well. It heats up quick. It has fans in it. It has just room for everything. You could have double spools in there, 2 of them, or you can even have your 5-kilogram spool in there with an extension that they have. This thing is amazing. It's not cheap, but in my opinion, if you're going to do 3D printing and you're really going to get into it, this thing is awesome. It even fits on top of machines like this. You can have it up there almost like an AMS unit and print right out of it. It's fantastic. I actually print right out of here with a really long PTFE tube. You might see it over here. So I keep it down here and I have a really long PTFE tube that reaches everywhere and I print right out of there. So that's my recommendation for multi-spool. You can name that duck Squishy. I like that. I like that, Kay. That's the part I don't want to do, the software aspect. Yeah, I mean, the cool thing is about these kits is there's so many out there. There's already predetermined, configs out there. So even like the FiSec Trident ones, you go in, you put it in there, and then you literally just go down the line. Do you have the 300? Do you have the 250? Do you have the 350? And you just uncomment out. The only reason why you would run into issues at this point is if you've made changes. So for example, I'm going to be doing boop, which means some of that configuration just won't work because I've changed the way that the Z axis works. So you know what I mean? Things like that are going to change based on what you're doing yourself. But if you just stick with the kit the way that it came, most manufacturers, if not all at this point, have configs for them already. So they're going to need very minimal amounts of work to get it actually running. There's giant communities revolving just around getting Clipper to work. So it's not as daunting as it might seem, although it is. Like, it is to some degree hard to jump into. So, flat Stanley Duck. I'm too indecisive. Need these companies to choose it for me. Solvable two spool, inexpensive, has a fan, replace tops, PTFE tubing connectors, heats to 50C, runs 6-12 hours. Does it do 70C though? Because I do a lot of ASA and ABS. That's mostly really what I put in them, and 70 is just nice, you know. What I have, I like it. What part of Discord did you put a Feder in? It's probably in the talk about anything section, I'm assuming. All right, everybody, let's do this. What was the question here? And it'll give some time for people to jump in. What are some reasons you have not built a Voron? That's going to be fun to know. And if you have built one, what made you want to do it? And do you regret it? So let's check some of those questions out. Let's see if I can pull just that page up here on my side. All right, it is going to cover some of the chat. I'll try to get with everybody, but let's see. Yeah, I'm going to read them out loud. Let's see if I can pull them up. So I don't see who said it, but I'll get to see some of the answers. All right, so because I have 2 hobbies, 3D printing and 3D printers. Oh, so you have, as in like you have one. I don't know how to. Well, we're here to help. I don't know how to either. I just go in and kind of do it. I definitely didn't know how to. I've been tempted to buy a kit, but right now it's so much time to build one. It is a bunch of time. I prefer a kit and modules if I decide to have someday. Yeah, I guess that's why Formbot, for example, has those kits that come, you know, in big bundles, which is cool. Now, I would definitely love to check these out. The Tradoons. All right, like these machines come in pretty much almost pre-built at this point. Obviously, you are paying for that, but like this kit, for example, this 250 isn't that much more. I mean, obviously, you're going to have some compromises. I can see chains. I hate them. Like, for example, but those are not hard to change, and it would be a great platform to start. So yeah, like that's 600 bucks, and this is almost 600 bucks. Plus, I think shipping on here will take you to 600 bucks. But this one's so much more custom. It's just up to you. But yeah, I agree with that. I built my Voron 0.1 based on all the hype and videos by Nero 3D and Steve Builds a few years ago. I loved it so much. I now have built 3 Voron 2.4s, 2 Tridents, and a Micron Plus, and a salad fork, and I don't regret it at all. That's how it is. Once you pop, you just can't stop, huh? Voron, Radrig, VZBot, all forms, pure custom 3D printers. Yep. Yep. Can solution by a bamboo. Yeah, I mean there are halfway in between points to those, but yeah, I mostly agree. And you know, there's fantastic printers out there that are canned printers. I have some behind me that are great. The stuff that you see behind me is usually the printers that I keep to use. The one you can't see, unfortunately, because of this rack this way, is the V400 that I really like. I'm gonna get the what's it called for it, enclosure for it. That's gonna be great. I need to find a way to put the spool inside, like their newer machines. Sell source to salad fork. Ooh, that's a challenge right there. Costs more than a kit, I bet. That's pronounced Trudoon. Trudon. Trudon. Oh, what did I say? Tradoon? that sounds so much more funny. Trudon. Yeah, not Tradoon. Trudon. Okay. Trudon. Sorry, Formbot. Trudon. All right, let's keep going. I currently lack the knowledge and have the confidence to build one. Hopefully one day, though. I was like that for many, many years. I mean, I knew about Voron for 5-6 years and I never built one. So I totally understand. They seem overwhelming at work. Trudon. Trudon. Isn't the Trudon a dinosaur? Something like that. Not looking for a project, just needs print done. Yeah, prints. That a lot of people are like that. A lot of people are like that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Not my scene, but I'd rather buy something that I can unbox and use. Yep, totally get it. The open source nature of the printer made me originally want to build it. Yes, me too. And that's kind of what I was talking about with my little Voron monologue there, is no one's going to stop you from doing stuff. The open source nature of it. And not just being walled off, you know? I haven't built a Voron yet because I'm broke and the newbie to 3D printing. Yep, that will stop you as well. I have not because of the money. That's true. They're not cheap, for sure. You know what? You know, another example I can make, if any of you guys are into mountain biking at all, you know, you can get an okay mountain bike, like an okay mountain bike for like $600 to $1,000. It'll totally be great. Probably last you a couple of years, depending on what type of riding you obviously do. You're not going to get one of those for like a downhill bike, for example, unless you go used. You would need a little bit more, probably double, right? Double. It's the same thing. You're going to end up buying it and then upgrading some parts through the years, and you'll end up with a completely different thing, kind of like in 3D printing. But then what you'll find out after years and years of doing it, and same with road biking technically, and cross country and downhill, what you'll learn is you building the bike and piecing it together, no matter what, is going to be better than any of the canned bikes that you buy from a shop or from an online retailer. They're just better because you pick the parts, you put it together yourself, and that bike is just gonna be better. It's gonna be more special. and you're gonna love it more. And I think that's probably probably more direct than cars, actually, now that I think about it. So, all right, a few more of these. I love building Vorons. I wish I could do it all day, every day. Hey, that's where I'm at. They seem too advanced for a beginner. Yeah, don't build one as your first machine. Maybe not even the second, but third, fourth. Yeah, can't go wrong with that after that. Still got to finish the headboard. Nice. Biggest reason I've not bought or built a Voron is the cost. The only printer is my Aquila, and it works just fine for me. That's great, and also true. I have made so much cool stuff with the Aquila. I've made so much cool stuff with the Ender 3, the base original Ender 3. You do not need an expensive, fancy machine to be able to 3D print well. My only thing is, when you're getting into this hobby like that, like I am, I guess, I'm this far deep, building it is so much joy. Building it and printing parts for it and making it work and troubleshooting it and then getting it to print is so much fun. It's what makes this hobby really fun for me. Similar to RCs. RCs are fun to just buy and rip. But RCs to build and then rip are way more fun. And maybe I just fit into that category of, I guess it's labeled as maker, where I love making stuff and building things, and I guess that involves using the tool as well, but I really like making the tool also. It's like in woodworking, using your woodworking tools to build some jig that makes making more woodworking easier. That's what this is like for me. You know? Money, price, that seems to be super common. I don't have the time, okay. Money and time in this one, all right. Not built to the funds and time. Okay, so that's like 5 in a row. Not ready for a second printer. I haven't got the urge to tackle it right now, the time and space. I would love to build one, but cannot commit my time as of right now. You need to be more involved to building one. Yeah, it's not your typical put together printer. Yes, 100%. Soon though, already have one of mine. Perfect. Yep. Yeah, that's the right mindset. Like, it can be discouraging for sure. But hopefully live streams, maybe not like this one specifically, because it's just unboxing and introducing, but hopefully these things that you can follow along someone's build and maybe some problems that they encounter will help you and build confidence as you watch somebody do it. I know that's how it's worked for me, so hopefully that'll be the same for you. I don't know what I'm doing, duh. I would love to build one when I have the money for it. I like watching yours. Nice, cool. That's literally what I just said. Like, watching hopefully will help you build the confidence. Money, that is the one and only reason I have not. I just slowly started to order parts for my Enderwire conversion. Oh, okay, cool. So Enderwire is a great Voron. So. I do not have the expertise, but I think I do now. I'm looking into it. Yeah. We got a conversion right there. I haven't built one yet because I don't have the workspace and time to do so. Yep, I feel that. I built my 2.4 because I got a great deal on the kit. Best decision I have ever made. That's why I asked that second part of the question. If you did build it, do you regret it? Because I don't know of any single person, and I know they're out there. There's got to be people that didn't like it. But I don't know of anybody personally. I haven't met anybody yet, and hopefully maybe we'll find somebody in the comments that has built one and not liked it or has regretted it in some way. So honestly, no good reason other than time to build it. I would have to clear out an entire weekend, probably 2, and it doesn't happen easily. That's true. I mean, even I'm going to take many weeks to do it because I'm only going to stream once a week, sometimes more than once, but most of the time I'm going to have to do other things as well. So it's going to take a minute for me to build it, but if you have the space, that would be nice. Your live stream is just screaming enabler. Yeah. Yes, watch Steve Builds. Steve Builds is a master. He made the Trident. He knows what he's doing. And definitely watch his builds. They're almost relaxing in how easy he makes everything go. I'm coming at this from, I go in blindly, as if I was one of you guys, with zero expertise besides the things that I've had my hands on here and the other machines, and I just go in to see if I can do it, and I definitely run into problems here and there, but that's why I like doing it. All right, guys, I'm a poor boy. All right, there's a bunch more comments. There's a whole nother page, but I say we just get into it and do the giveaway. So I'm going to give everyone the last minute to jump in here, and I'll end it. So it's 11:30. I'll just give it one more minute. Anyone that wants to join in. There's 57 people. So go ahead and jump in, and we'll... there's a good chance for you guys to win. Steve was awesome. Every time I went to introduce myself to him or talk to him, he was talking to somebody else. I didn't want to be that guy that just like waits. So I kind of stayed away. Same with a couple other people that I wanted to meet, but that's okay. I have all the intentions of reviewing the manual and laying everything out before a stream. Normally I'm running behind, just wing it during the build. Hey man, I know, I've seen it, and that's how I do it too. I avoid, well, for Vorons, I definitely have the manual up. Come on, I need it, okay? But every other machine, I definitely only look at the manual if I really, really have to. And then people in the comments scream at me when I'm looking for something that was like in the manual, but it's okay. It's all right. All right, guys, I'm gonna reach for the end here, and we'll do the giveaway. Software kit, exchange rate, shipping borrowed to 2,500. Plus import. That's a lot. That's too much. Yeah, import rates are gonna kill it for sure. Shipping is just wild right now, just everywhere. Yeah, please definitely use that like button before you guys leave. Good luck with all those who enter. Yes, good luck. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the winner. I think I have to end this thing first. I don't think it'll let me do the winner. So let me see how I can do it. Can I just hit draw winner? Oh, I can. Okay. We're gonna do one winner. I'm gonna hit draw. All right, are you in the US? You are in the US. You didn't answer the question. All right, I'm picking another winner. Winner, repick. All right, let's see. In the US, yes. Did you answer? Yes. The answer was not looking for a project, just need to get prints done. Actually, I think I read that one earlier. Announce widget with avatar, announce. Congratulations to... Oops. Oh, okay, so it won't let me show this because it's not ended. Let me end the... This happened before. This happened one time before, and I had trouble figuring out how to do it. But we have the winner. I just have to figure out how to end this thing so that it's announced. Preview. Where do I change the end time? All right, guys, bear with me. Edit. Okay, I have to edit. End time. End time is going to be right now. What we got? 11:33. Update. All right, let's see if it just does it. Oh, okay, 31 seconds. Okay, we got 30-second countdown this time. There we go. Now I can come back here. Okay, so 30 seconds, and we will have our winner displayed on the screen. Let me catch up with chat real quick. I feel sorry for the losers who don't enter the giveaway. Yeah, don't you see that all the time? Like almost every single one of these giveaways, I pick a person that doesn't have a thing. Congrats to the mystery person. Here, thanks. Oh, are you here? There we go. Derek. Yep, okay, it's announced. Sweet. Congratulations, and you're here. It wasn't me. He said double it. Send it to the next person. I like it. I was 5 minutes behind. Yeah, that might be a little far. Derek, here's what you do. I see that you're in here, so that's cool. Congratulations. Here's what you need to do. Please go to the 3D Max website. Go to the PLA Plus section and find the PLA Plus that you like that's in stock. Very important, or else they won't ship it to you. So find one that's in stock, and then you need to send me an email and confirm in the chat that you have this information, okay? So the email is Fedor, that's Fedor, at 3dprintsos.com. If you need to find it, it's in the About section of the YouTube channel. Fedor at 3dprintsos.com. Send me an email with your mailing address, your full name, and your choice of filament that's in stock, a PLA Plus, and the carbon fiber is off limits. It has to be just the basic PLA Plus stuff. Okay? So confirm in the chat that you have that. I know there's a delay. I'll wait for you to confirm. Rigged. Always. You know what? When you're not here and you don't say that, I miss it. I don't want to admit it, but I did. Sounds good. Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, send that today, tomorrow, whenever, and I will forward it over to them. Just so you know, they don't ship right away. They usually ship when I sent them 2-3 winners, so it might take a week to get it, but you will get it. And then just ship it out in bundles so that they don't have to ship out each individual thing, and it's free. So just be patient, okay? And it'll get to you. But yeah, congrats on the winner. And guys, if you're into this type of stuff also, such as refurbishing things like this was scratch built original Game Boy with an updated color backlit screen, all sorts of fun stuff. That was the last stream I did, and I will be doing more of very similar things like this. So if you're into it, let me know. If you're not into it, also let me know. But this thing was super, super fun, and I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, if you guys are into that kind of stuff, kind of peep what we did prior. But here I have every game on here that's available. But this one is one of my favorites from my childhood. So we will load it. Plain finish next stream? Yeah, probably. And I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. But I'll be able to get most of the components in it and ready for some programming probably. But yeah, I have some more parts, like I said, coming for this and for other devices. So if you're into this kind of retro stuff, here, I just wanted you guys to see the color screen. Yeah, so 4-color screen instead of the no color screen. Absolutely fantastic. Tetris has never looked as good, but I absolutely love this thing. I love having every single possible original Game Boy game on one device with rechargeable batteries and all that stuff. So super fun. Gryfang, any 8 anytime soon? So, yes. Gryfang, every time I post a poll including the A8, it almost gets no votes. I obviously want to do it. I have it. I'm gonna get to it, but I want to do this one first. And I'll probably end up just forcing it in there instead of future. So right now I have a bunch of projects. Like I have 3 separate projects through live streams, and it's probably just gonna spread me a little bit too thin. I want to finish them and then A8. I know I've said that before. I'm fully aware. And I have also other projects that I've put on the back burner. But I want to do the A8. That's something I'm really interested in doing. Hi from Ukraine. Awesome. Thanks for your work. Some questions. When printing with PETG, I found that most plastics over-extruded. So I need to lower flow to like 0.9. Do you see the same with cheap plastic? I see the same with ABS. This one, I had to go down to 0.9 as well. What ends up happening, Mike, is some filaments just expand a little bit when they come out of the nozzle. And every single filament is different. You can buy 2 separate PETGs that are the same color from 2 separate manufacturers, and they're gonna behave differently. So that is totally normal to dial in a single filament with flow, with different temperatures, even if they are above or below what the manufacturer says, because every single person's printer and every single person's room has their own ambient temperature, has their own things, has their own humidity. So as long as you can get it to print, whatever settings that you find for it, that's just how it is. And it just sometimes they're a little bit out of spec, and that's totally fine. So welcome from Ukraine to the channel, and I appreciate the kind words. Hopefully that helped you in some way. Did you get the rods? I did. I ended up with piano wire, and this stuff is perfect. It fits in there perfectly. Does it say what the thing ended up being? 1 pound? I don't remember exactly what it is. It says 10 feet. I don't think this is 10 feet. Maybe it is 10 feet. Yeah, 10 feet of this piano wire should be absolutely perfect. It's very flexible. It's 1.3 mils. So this should be perfect. So yeah, we should have everything we need to get that thing done. Force it, yes. Takes up to a week to get the mail sent to the mainland. Yes. I bet you keep that Game Boy in the bathroom. I've been carrying this thing in my pocket. Everywhere I go so far, I've taken it. And yes, I have used it in the bathroom. That's just how it is. All right, guys, do you have any final questions about this particular kit? So far, the impressions are pretty good. I know it's just an unboxing, but nothing notable that's negative to say. The only thing was like the misleading Moons motors, that not all of the motors are Moons. But yeah, the Z motors don't need to be Moons. They'll be just fine with regular motors. So that should be fine. I did really like the hardware. I really like the crimped connectors. I really like the CAN USB instead of some other tool board. I really like the lack of chains except for the Z. You're going to need that for the Z. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Do you still have the KE? I do. It's right down there. I am actually giving that to a buddy of mine to start 3D printing with. So that should be fun to teach him how to do stuff, especially with that machine. It's both really user-friendly and also advanced at the same time because of the Clipper firmware. But one of the benefits to Creality's way of holding that firmware somewhat hostage is that if you don't use like fluid and jump fully into Clipper and you just stick to the Creality slicer and Creality print, it's actually really easy to get started. And then once you wrap your mind around everything and have some prints, just jump over to Clipper, and that printer is pretty cool. So I'm going to give that one away. But yes, I do still have it. Yes, it's actually really rigid. I know it's going to be impossible to tell, but it's actually going to be like kind of hard to bend back. This is super rigid stuff. Whatever this stuff is, piano wire, it seems like it's going to be great. There's actually a warning on this that says be careful when you take off these zip ties because this stuff's so strong. It'll spring into your eyeball, and this thing's super sharp actually. Like that's like a needle. So yeah, this is going to be perfect. And there's probably enough for multiple builds. So, because I might do like a FPV wing at some point, because I feel like that's a perfect combo between my FPV addiction and planes. It's like a nice in-between. Piano wire tension's so high, I doubt there'd be a problem. Yeah, it's super. It's literally the perfect thing for this application, I think. Get yourself a set of Z pliers. Yes. Yeah, I just don't build enough of these things to do it, but you're not the first person to tell me that. That's for sure. Yeah, I can imagine just doing this one time instead of messing around would be easy, you know. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you do. What a crazy time. What a crazy time. You know, I have Mike, just so you know, my name is Fedya. I'm originally from Uzbekistan, but I have family, or I had family before my parents. Their family was from Ukraine and Belarus area, from in that region. So, you know, I'm obviously from the United States now. I was born in Uzbekistan. We've been out of that whole area for a very long time. But I still speak Russian because that's what my family spoke. So to me, it's like a whole super wild thing. But you live in there, You get to see it all firsthand. So, nice to have you here. I think you finished the line, crashed it, and had to reprint it all. Oh, was there a plain question somewhere? I like how you use them. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've seen how you use them. Good. Good. Yep. I agree. There's also the amount of propaganda. This is going to get political for no reason. There's the amount of propaganda on all sides makes it so hard to understand and get the truth about any of it. Because everyone leans in some weird direction, and it's almost impossible to find the actual truth about anything. It's just a crazy time that we live in, and it's just wild to me. So, anyway, all right, guys, I got 3 ducks to glue magnets on to put on the back there. I have the Hotend mount to print. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to get some sleep. I'm also going to play a little bit more Tetris and maybe a tiny little bit of Pokemon Blue. I also played a game called Micro Machines, which I vaguely remember, but I don't think I ever had it. But it was like a top-down little racing game. Actually really fun. Super fun. All right, so you'll see more of this stuff, whether you like it or not, because I've just been enjoying it. And we could thank Randy May for that. All right, everybody, I'm going to call the end to the stream here. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here and joining in. Thank you, Formbot, for sending me this kit to show everybody. I'm going to have a lot of fun building it. Thank you to 3D Max for sending me these spools specifically for this kit. Yeah, super fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy this build. Let me know if you guys have questions down in the comments or jump into the Discord, so on and so forth. We're going to build this thing together. And let's see. What? No roll to give away? No, we did. We gave it away already. Derek J won the spool. I had to end it early because I'm just tired. Thanks for another stream. No, thank you for being here. Yes, this is also true. That's also true. Yes. Not even 11 p.m. Well, here it's 11:47, and my eyes are closing. He did the drawing early because he's ending early. Yeah, there's, because we can sit here and chat all day, but all night rather. But like I said, I've been having long days at work, and I want to keep this to the unboxing so that we can start the next one with the frame and go on so on and so forth, like I've done with the other ones. I think it's nice. Yeah, you guys too. Have a good night as well. Appreciate you all. 2 ducks and 1 flat duck. Yeah, that's right. What was the name? What was the name? Oh, I gotta scroll up. I forgot it. Squishy? Was it Squishy for the duck name? Oh, I'm screaming. I'm screaming. Scrolling. Where's the duck name? Oh, I missed it. Oh, I can't scroll any further. Oh, bummer. You guys might remember. Yeah, ducks in a row. Yeah, there we go. All right. Either way. All right, everybody. Have yourselves a great night. I will see you all tomorrow. Well, tomorrow, what? I'll see you all in the next stream. I don't have any videos planned. Well, I have videos planned. I'm not working on them at the moment. But I will very soon. I think the next video is going to be this guy. The names are crazy. SK1. Everyone has SK1, KP1, P1, SK1. They're getting so wild with the names. Anyway. All right, everybody. I'm out of here. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button. Shop at 3dprintsos.com.